for show. A ticking time bomb, my nigga, I'm about to blow. The movement started off small, eventually it grow. Now it's bad bitches front row, every city I go.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on? Good to have you guys here. It's your boy, Mr. HD, back with another stream. Turn some TVs on real quick. Sorry about that. Yeah, we gonna talk about some wrestling. We're gonna get into a lot of things, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah, like the video as you come on in. We got a lot of stories to get into. It's been a lot happening over the last few days in pro wrestling. So we're gonna talk about it all. Appreciate you guys coming through as always, man. I guess the first story we'll talk about, we'll save the headline story.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man, and I'm
We'll
saying,
talk about somebody
right
else
here.
who has some heat
I'm
backstage
the man.
pro wrestling locker room, and that person is Mercedes Moné. Apparently,
I'm the
if you don't know,
man.
I'll backtrack a little bit. If you don't know, Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné, did an interview not too long ago on some podcast that I'm not familiar with, and she was talking about how she would go back to WWE. She has unfinished business over there, and she'll eventually be back there and all those different things. Everybody kind of assumed that might rub some people the wrong way. And it definitely did. There's been a couple reports now. I don't want to.
To be the man, you gotta
take
beat
these
the man,
things with a grain of
and
salt.
I'm
Why
saying,
do I say that? I
woo,
say that because
right here.
these reports are coming
I'm
from old man
the
nuts. You know what I mean?
man.
So you have to take these things with a grain of salt. Okay? You know, until like some wrestlers come out on video or audio and actually say a lot of these things, say these things, then you got to take it with a grain of salt, like I said. But getting this from One Top Wrestling, they got a report on it. They said, while acknowledging Moné's prerogative to consider a return to WWE in the future, Meltzer suggests that the timing and the manner of her comments may have been ill-advised. This has led to increased skepticism among some individuals, the AEW, who were already apprehensive about Moné's arrival. AEW boasts a roster comprised of several former WWE talents, reflecting the fluidity of the pro wrestling landscape. However, there exists a perception that certain ex-WWE stars are fully committed to AEW's growth and development, whereas others view AEW as merely a financial opportunity before potentially returning to WWE, a perspective viewed unfavorably within WWE. Meltzer also notes that while these comments could potentially be overlooked if AEW perceives Moné as a valuable long-term asset, any eventual return to WWE by Moné will undoubtedly be remembered, casting a shadow over her prior statements. Again, grain of salt. But what I will say is she probably shouldn't have said that. And I'm not saying she's, wrong for wanting to go back to, WWE at some point and feeling like she has unfinished business. But she hadn't even, been in the company for a week. Well, apparently she was, she actually got signed a couple months ago, but she just debuted the day before, a couple days before. And it did feel like a jab at the company she just signed with that paid her apparently Becky Lynch type money to come over there and work for them. It did feel like a little bit of a shot that she took, even though I'm sure it wasn't intentional. But, these days the media is going to take things and run with it. And it's not even that they're taking things and running with it. I don't even want to spin it like that. Like she shouldn't have said it. Like it just feels a little disrespectful. But people make mistakes when they're doing interviews and say things and, and be like, dang, I probably shouldn't have said that. So, I can give her a pass on that. I don't think it should garner her any type of unnecessary, hate or heat in the AEW locker room or on the internet. I thought everybody wanted her to go back to WWE, so I don't think those people should get mad or be mad at her that she said it. And I don't think AEW fans should be mad that they got her for whatever the contract term is, because you got Mercedes Moné on your roster. Even if it was a 1-year contract, you got Mercedes Moné, a bona fide superstar, on your roster. Now, is she a CM Punk draw or a Roman Reigns or a Rock? No, she's not. But she's definitely going to help that women's division immensely, in my opinion. I think she's going to do great things over there in AEW. So I feel like AEW fans should just be happy, man. Be happy you get her for the 3, 4, 5 years, whatever the contract is. And if she decides to re-up afterwards, who knows? Maybe she wants to go off and start a family, and she don't even want to wrestle no more after this contract. Maybe she changed her mind, wants to stay in AEW until she retires. Who knows? But, I'm not going to, bash her for making one mistake in the interview and saying something like that. What's up, chat? I see y'all in here, man. Will, I see you in here. What's cracking, my dude? Gruss 512 in the building. See you guys. I appreciate y'all being in here as always, man. Hey, I just got home from work. You worked on a Sunday, man. Hard-working man. I appreciate that, brother. Sasha is overrated. I don't think she's overrated, man. I think she's rated right where she needs to be. I don't think people, maybe people do think she's the best in the world, the best female wrestler in the world. But I think there's better women's. I think Serena Deeb is a better professional wrestler. She just doesn't have the star power that Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks, has. And it takes more than just being good in the ring, which Sasha is obviously really good in the ring. Yeah, I mean, she just has that star power. So I don't think she's overrated. I think she's, maybe slightly, but if so, then barely. Tony, yeah, he's gonna do his thing. Tony the Mark Khan, he's always gonna do his thing. Shout out to you guys in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all. She better not be. That is, damn well she ain't gonna be on no Ring of Honor. You know what I mean? Unless she's wrestling Athena, then I won't care. You know what I mean? I won't care where they do it. You know what I mean? Honestly, I'm gonna find a way to watch it. So, if Athena and Sasha Banks have a feud, that shit could be in GCW. It could be in, Bob Pigfoot's Backyard Wrestling. I don't care. I'm watch that match because that joint gonna be a banger. So, yeah, man. So it's a Meltzer story. I don't want to, it's not even a Meltzer story because we all assume that, there might be some rumblings after she did that podcast and that clip of the podcast leaked. But the fact that she has heat is a Meltzer report. Nobody else has actually reported that. So he's always speculating things and 75% of the time getting it wrong. So we'll just take that with a grain of salt, like I said before. So moving on, we're going to talk about an unfortunate story or a fortunate story, depending on how you look at this. Because never in a million years would I think that I'd be happy to see someone get hurt. That's just not something you wish on any wrestler, any professional athlete, even the athletes on your rival teams. You don't wish that they get injured and have injuries that are going to put them out for a year and have them not being able to participate, in their job. And, sometimes it makes the TV worse, the show's worse. So you don't want to see these things happen. But there's a big but in this situation because dumbass Darby Allin, that's my nickname for him, dumbass Darby Allin, broke his ankle in his match on Dynamite this past weekend against Jay White. A good match, but a stupid match. The man had gauze on his back from where he dove 30 feet into a plate of glass. He's a moron. I get it. Wrestling's real. You want to make sure people know that it hurts. Like you could have died. Stop it. So his back's all scarred up. He got patches, and then he got the tape all around him and all over his back. It was just crazy. And then he's doing top rope bumps onto the ring apron what are you doing? What are you doing? Didn't they say he had to get a bunch of stitches in his back? I said, what are you doing? So, of course, he broke his ankle during the match. And if you aren't aware, Darby Allin was going to be going away from wrestling TV for a while because he has a death wish. he was going to climb Mount Everest, which is, if you don't know, I kind of looked into it, is a very dangerous thing to do. People die all the time. You cross like crazy planks and stuff where you look down and you see dead bodies because ain't nobody going to save somebody that falls down there. Like, that's how serious it is. I don't know why, what he has to prove. I just don't get it. It's really like the way he wrestles. He clearly has a death wish. He does suicide dives like he is actually trying to, off himself. So I'm just like, maybe it's good that he snapped his ankle because he got on Twitter and said Everest is going to have to wait till next year. Hopefully it waits till never year and he doesn't do it and he can continue to do pro wrestling and get some kind of daredevil gratification out of that, because the stuff that he's doing is going to cost that man his life. He weighs like 160 pounds and, the body can only take so much. I know people, the willpower and everything, people can do phenomenal things. Shout out to AJ Styles. But the stuff Darby is doing, like the skateboard tricks, he threw himself. Remember when he threw himself down a flight of stairs in a body bag? Y'all remember that? Like when AEW first started? I ain't forget that. He has a death wish. Like, he's always had a death wish. The dude is crazy. I don't know, man. I just feel like he has little guy syndrome, and he's trying to prove something to somebody that is not necessary. Like, he's a great pro wrestler. You know what I mean? He's one of the best smaller pro wrestlers. He's fast as fuck. Like, everybody loves him as a baby face. He tag team with Sting. He was in Sting's retirement match. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. You're great, Darby Allin. Little kids look up to you like it's great. I don't know what he's trying to do. Like, I don't want you to be influencing people to go climb Mount Everest. That's not something I want you to start encouraging people to do. It's just look at pictures and videos. It's already been done. You know what I mean? So you're not accomplishing anything that nobody's done. I don't know. Just, go do MMA or something. Like, get punched in the face for real. You ain't, it's like, that could kill you, but it's less likely. So I just don't know, man. I don't get why he does these things, why he decides to take these, crazy chances with his life in the wrestling ring and outside the wrestling ring. He's just skateboard tricks that he does. Like, he be wilding, man. Darby Allin is a wild dude, and I pray for his safety. I don't want him to be out here hurting himself. He'll probably come back from a broken ankle in 3 months. You know what I mean? He'll probably be doing rails and all that crazy shit and with a cast on. Like, knowing him, he's gonna be doing some wild shit. You can't put it past him, man. But I mess with Darby Allin, man. I want him to be in the wrestling ring doing his thing, and hopefully he can get healthy soon and stay away from icy mountains where it's below 30-degree temperatures, and you're probably gonna slip and fall and die. Like, just there's no point. So moving on to another story I really, really, really have to talk about. Because as soon as it happened, I wanted to go live. I was so furious. I can't even lie. I was so mad when this story happened. We got to talk about your boy Booker T, man. I'm talking about Mr. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack himself. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Mr. G.I. Bro himself. I'm talking about Mr. Spinneroonie, the original R-Truth himself. We got to talk about this guy because, first of all, I hate Booker T on commentary. I think we've established that on this channel. Like, I don't like it. Like, nope, I just don't like it. He's not good. So this motherfucker has his own podcast, which thousands of wrestlers do. I think everybody has their own podcast. I'm doing a podcast right now. So, yeah, everybody has a fucking podcast. But this motherfucker came out on his podcast. And you know how when people do the whole, I don't mean no disrespect, and then they disrespect you? It's what Booker T did. Because this motherfucker got on his radio show and was like, yo, I probably shouldn't even be saying this because I know the internet and everybody gonna pick this up. You know what I mean? I probably shouldn't even be saying this. Then don't say it. Stop. Just You're already making it the thing. It doesn't matter what you say next. it's it's a thing. You're making a headline because you said the internet's gonna pick this up. Like you just stop. At that point, it's over. But nope, that's not what Mr. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack did. Booker T decided to go on and tell the entire world, well, everybody that was listening, I guess everybody in the IWC knows at this point, that him and CM Punk almost got into it backstage at an NXT taping. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the CM Punk who just months ago got fired from AEW from punching people and getting in constant fights backstage, who's been on his best behavior in WWE, trying to help people out while he's been injured and all these different things. The last thing that dude needs is somebody saying that he almost got into it backstage. More so, why you gonna say it if you're not going to explain what happened? Like you are like now people gonna be digging, they gonna be speculating, like people gonna make up their own stories. Like now we think y'all got in a MMA fight. Like fuck it. We can say it. You ain't gonna explain it. We know that y'all almost got into it. Did he punch you in the face? Like did Larry bite you? Like what happened? I wanna know what the fuck happened. You know what I mean? You don't put it out there. And it's so stupid. It's like he ain't had no reason to put that out there. And it just looks kind of crazy on Booker. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know why he thought that you could say that and then the internet wouldn't pick it up. But apparently him and CM Punk had a little backstage tiff, and he didn't want to elaborate on it. Now he's saying it's much to do about nothing, and he put out another little clip after that saying, "Oh, it's no big deal, man. Everybody make like no, you don't get to do that. You don't get to go out there and try to gaslight everybody by saying, oh, it's nothing. Motherfucker, you said that it was something. You said that everybody gonna pick it up. So why would you say it? Like you knew what was gonna happen." And it just seems corny. The main reason is corny because CM Punk don't need that. And we got to rewind. Because if you guys don't know the history of these two, I'm sure Gruss and Will and people who follow wrestling, you guys know the history of these two. Like CM Punk has always fancied himself, whatever word you like to use, a locker room leader, if you will. And everybody hasn't seen him that way, Jungle Boy. I mean, but even before all the chaos at AEW happened, he was in WWE, and obviously he was much younger and not around as long, and he still had that same personality or same need to feel like he was the leader of the locker room. And one day, he told everybody to pick up their trash in the locker room. He said, as the locker room leader, and this is a story from Cody Rhodes, because Cody Rhodes was doing an interview on somebody else's podcast, I forget who, and Cody Rhodes was telling a story. I heard the story even before that, though. But Cody Rhodes tells stories, Booker T was like, what? And just threw his trash on the floor and said, he ain't telling me to pick my trash up. And ever since then, they always been at it. Like they've always had an issue. Apparently, it's supposed to be water under the bridge, blah, blah, blah. But then with those stories being out there to the public, you can't then get on your podcast a decade later, however many years later it is, and be like, yeah, there's, we had a little, we almost got into it. Like, brothers, we know what that mean. Like there was some kind of standoff. Like, yeah, what you trying to do? what you trying to do? It's like, and then it's probably people back there like, all right, chill guys. Yeah, it's like, nah, this mother, hold me back. You know how how it go. So, that's what you made it seem as. Y'all almost got into it. Like, get into it has no positive. I wasn't about to get into a wrestling match or get into an arm wrestling match or get into a, game of NBA 2K24. You insinuated that y'all was about to get into some kind of brawl for all or some kind of tussle or some kind of squabble. That's what y'all made it seem like. You know what I mean? And CM Punk don't need that. That's the very, very last thing that dude needs coming over here to this well, not new company, his second run in the WWE after just leaving AEW for that exact reason. Everybody's waiting on this dude to fail. Everybody's waiting on CM Punk to make a mistake, to go off on somebody, to snap at a press conference, to punch somebody backstage, for his dog to bite. So everybody's waiting on it to happen. Why would Booker T go out there and try to gaslight everybody and try to drum up some drama if it's no drama? Why even bring it up, man? I don't get it. You know what I mean? Now this dude got to be tiptoeing backstage at NXT like, man, let me chill even more because I look at somebody wrong and it's a problem. Like, who wants to go to work like that, man? Like, and it almost feels like Booker T's getting, you know what I mean, some kind of revenge by even putting that story out there. You know what I mean? It's like, why would you do that? It feels like he's being petty because they aren't the best of friends or whatever, even though Booker T, said some good things about Punk when he returned. But, people who say nice things about you sometimes can be your biggest haters. So, that's just what it feels like, man. It feels like a little bit of hate, man. A little bit of, you know what I mean? Maybe they was talking about comments. Maybe CM Punk as the locker room leader. It'd be funny if he trolled Booker T and when I was like, as the locker room leader, let me give you some advice on commentary. You suck at color. You suck at doing color commentary, bro. Let me, shucky ducky quack quack is not good. That would have been funny if he said that, if he started with, as the locker room. That shit would have been funny. But, who knows what happened? Because everybody gets to speculate. I guess that is what happened. I'm going to just go with that's what happened. You know what I mean? Actually. You know what I mean? CM Punk tried to give Booker T some commentary advice because he's bad at it. You know what I mean? We all know that CM Punk is pretty good on commentary. He commentated UFC fights. So he could do good color. But, who knows what happened, man. I just think it was really whack of Booker T and made him look like a sucker for doing something like that. I didn't think it was necessary at all, man, at all. What you guys think about that, man? Booker got mad because most of the new NXT came from his promotion, ROW, and Love CM Punk. That's, could be a thing, man. Could be a thing. Booker T has contributed a lot to the professional wrestling business. You got to give him that, man. His school has done a lot. You know what I mean? They've generated some great talent out of there. But maybe so. I mean, shit, you can come up with your own story at this point, since he's gonna put it out there and then have everybody speculate on what happened. The best thing Booker T did was add ad-libs to Trick Williams' intro. Yeah, I mean, I guess. You know what I mean? I guess. I could do without Booker T on commentary, man. It's like, I just can. Like, the pre-shows are cool. Like, he do the pre-show where there's 4 or 5 people up there, but just having him and one other person, it's too much Booker T. I ain't gonna lie. It's too much Booker T. But yeah, man, I'm wishing CM Punk the best. I'm wishing Phil Brooks the best, because he's gonna have an uphill climb dealing with stuff like this. Fortunately, people do love him backstage, and a lot of talent are very happy that he's back there, giving them advice and all these different things. So, hopefully he doesn't have to walk on eggshells back there, because people like Booker T are going to put him on blast every time he has any type of disagreement with somebody and just make him look like the bad guy. Because that's what's going to happen, especially when one person is telling the story and the other person is quiet. That's usually how it goes. So, we'll see what develops from that. I'm sure that, CM Punk might address it at some point if he ever does an interview. I'm sure somebody will ask him about, hey, what about that little thing that Booker T mentioned? But we'll see. We'll see how things goes. But we're going to continue on with Booker T just being hot. Booker T hot. Let me just put the Booker T is hot. Like, he's one of those dudes that just be saying and doing stuff when you trying to be low key with your boys and y'all trying, you trying to bust a move, it's just whatever. You know what I mean? You got somebody that's hot, they too loud, they moving too fast, they too just whatever. They just, and y'all know what it mean to be too hot. That's Booker T, man, because he just be putting people on blast unnecessarily, man. He did it again to Sami Zayn. Like, why are you putting out personal conversations to the public because you got a podcast. Like, that's what's wrong with the internet. I ain't gonna even lie. That's what's wrong with the internet as far as like putting names. You gonna put it out there, just say a wrestler, but you can't even do that when you're in this business because everybody gonna know who you're talking about. So Booker T, this guy, man, he decided to put Sami Zayn on blast as well. They were flying back from NXT or Raw last week, and apparently they sat next to each other. And Booker T talked on his podcast and said, I talked to Sami Zayn on Tuesday morning. We were flying to Orlando. We were sitting next to each other on the plane. Like you said, so many people were pulling for Chad Gable in that match. I said, Sammy, what a match. You're going to look back on this one day and say that was one that catapulted me to the next level. Okay. That was the one that put me in the light and let people see exactly what I can do. He was so literally upset about the online heat that he got from the fans. He was like, I thought the fans loved me. Then I see all this stuff. I said, you can't listen to that white noise. You can't listen to that white noise. You have to think how great that match was, and you're going to look back one day and say that was some really great work. It's ridiculous. He was still feeling like he let someone down just because the fans didn't think the match was as good as I thought it was. I thought it was excellent. I was struggling reading that because I ain't wearing my glasses. So man, my eyes hurt right now. I ain't gonna even lie. But Booker T is fucking ridiculous. Why would you do this to that? Why would you? First of all, you basically just put it on that he's crying and, upset at the fans and blah, blah, blah. He's a babyface. Why are you letting, why would you tell everybody that he's mad at the fans and he's upset by their reaction? Like, a babyface just lets the fans react how they want to react. Like, most baby faces aren't going to go back at the fans. Like, why are you booing me? Like, that's not knows. And that's basically what you basically did, through proxy, with him. So it's that was unfair. You know what I mean? To Sami Zayn. And, him not being, comfortable with the fans booing him. Like, I've heard a few people mention that already. I thought that it was weird, that Sami Zayn won that match. I tweeted immediately. I wanted Chad Gable to win. But it's not because we hate Sami Zayn. That's what Sami Zayn has to realize. It's not because we hate him. It's because that's how WWE booked the shows. They brought Chad Gable back into the story. They brought this storyline that they had already killed off and made it seem like that's where the direction they were heading in. They set it up perfectly with this gauntlet match. They had him do vignettes and all this shit to make it look like he was the one going to WrestleMania. You didn't really have a story that was going on outside of the stuff that you had going on with the bloodline and different things like that. But you already did your thing with Gunther, so people are just assuming that it's going to be Chad Gable. People are rooting for Chad Gable. His baby daughter's involved, and she, Gunther made her cry. Like, he's got to get his revenge on the biggest stage in the game, and they gave it to Sammy instead. And it was like, I mean, yeah, we like Sammy, but it's not the story you were telling. It's like, we don't just watch wrestling for good matches. We know Sami Zayn and Gunther is going to be a ridiculous match. That shit could steal the show at WrestleMania very easily. You know what I mean? But that's not the point. It's like it's the story. WrestleMania is supposed to be the culmination of long-term booking and all these long storylines that have been happening over the course of the year since previous WrestleMania are coming to fruition. And Chad Gable was a story that was being told. Sami Zayn and Gunther was also a story that was being told, but it happened and it was over. And Sami Zayn chasing the Intercontinental title wasn't really a thing because Sami Zayn was trying to get Roman Reigns' Universal title. So it didn't make sense. Now it seems like Sammy has to downgrade what he wants because now he just wants to be a champion. He doesn't want to be the world champion. You know what I mean? He just wants to be a champion. That's not the story you were telling WWE. They were telling the story of Sami Zayn trying to become world champion and Chad Gable trying to become Intercontinental champion. And those are the stories they were telling. Obviously, you can't have Sammy in the world title picture at this point going into WrestleMania. Too much going on there. But at the same time, you could have figured out something else for him to do. You know what I mean? He could have been involved with the Logan Paul stuff, or, you know what I mean, tag team with, Kevin Owens in a tag match against whoever. Like, he could have done something else. You know what I mean? He didn't need to take this spot from Chad Gable and just be shoehorned into an Intercontinental title match that he could very well lose. And Gunther's reign could continue, even though I don't think that should happen, because Gunther should be fighting for the Universal title, whoever holds it. Whether it's Cody, it should be Cody, or Roman still. So this is whack, man. Booker T putting him on blast, you know what I mean? It's just whack. This is not going to be endearing to the fans. The fans aren't going to be, oh, Sammy's sad. He's mad that we booed him. That's not what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen? Boo. More boos, because you know what? People fucking love Gunther too. It's like, everybody knows that Gunther is a phenomenal fucking heel. He's one of the greatest champions WWE has had in the modern era. He just is. You know what I mean? Top 5, top 6, top 7. He's up there. You know what I mean? As far as, modern day world heavyweight or, champions, just champions, period. So people love Gunther. They respect Gunther. So people wouldn't be mad if he stayed the champion. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that would piss them off about it is because they want to see him get the world championship or the universal championship. So Sammy's going to be in a tough spot, man, and Booker T did not help. Booker T is not helping out the wrestlers. I think he has a vendetta against some of the veterans, or something is going on, because exposing a private conversation like this where this dude's expressing his real feelings about something that's going on, is stupid. Like, it's stupid. Like, just because you have a radio show doesn't mean you should do that. Like, it's just wild, man. So with the CM Punk stuff happening and then him following it up with just putting Sami Zayn on blast, Booker T is taking major L's. I don't see how anybody could trust him with anything at this point. Like, why anybody would talk to him about anything, even the people at his school. Like, he's supposed to be training wrestlers and giving life advice and wrestling advice. Like, the people, you can't tell him nothing serious that you don't want to get out, because he just going to get on the podcast, be like, he going to say your name and everything. He be like, yeah, I was talking to so-and-so, and they was, it's like, nah, man, don't do that, bro. Don't put me on blast like that. And now Sammy, got to look crazy next time he comes out on TV, and it's okay, guys, you can boo me. I'm not gonna get mad. Booker was tripping. I'm not gonna get mad. I was so it is what it is, man. Gruss says Sami Zayn should be going after Seth's title. Yeah, I agree. He should be in. I wouldn't even mind a triple threat. Like, that would be a great triple threat match. Sammy and Seth and Drew, like a great triple threat. We could have got there somehow. It's not like the Royal Rumble winner won the Royal Rumble. We could have done some wonky finish at the Elimination Chamber and figured it out to where we could have made it a triple threat, or done something within the storyline. But who knows? I see why Zilla Fatu left Booker T. Rowe. Oh, I don't even. What? Who is Zilla? Who's Zilla Fatu? Is he another young? I guess he's in the bloodline. He's part of the bloodline, I would assume. Gruss know about all the wrestling. I don't even know who Zilla Fatu is. Not familiar. But yeah, man, that's enough talk about Booker T. He's got enough of my time. He just needs to keep his mouth closed for a little while. Moving on to a good story, something a little more positive. Could the WWE Forbidden Door be bursting wide open? Because honestly, something is happening that, for one, I didn't expect to happen. I can't say I didn't expect it to happen. I just didn't expect it to happen with who it's happening with. So, if you didn't hear, this past week, it was announced that Shayna Baszler is going to be taking part of the GCW show, The Collective, on Thursday, April 4th in Philadelphia. It'll be part of WrestleMania weekend, obviously. She's not doing anything for WrestleMania. I don't think her and Tony, Starks got anything going on. They're not in the match, so let her go do her thing. But this is dope because GCW, you don't know, I'm sure you guys in here do know, it's a death match wrestling company. It's very violent. Lots of light tubes, lots of 2x4s and thumbtacks and glass shards and just all the nonsense that me personally, I could do a little bit of that stuff, but too much of it, and it just feels unnecessary and dangerous, and I don't need to see it. So, but Shayna Baszler, who's a real fighter, obviously she was a MMA fighter before she got to WWE. She was in the UFC and doing her thing, and now she wants to go and really make some noise on the underground, man. That's what it feels like. Like, yo, let me go get this bag over here. They want to throw me a little change to come over here and get a little extra money. It's dope that Triple H is letting them do that because you already know if old man was still there, none of this would be even thought about. There's not even a chance in blue hell, no chance in hell, literally, that this would have ever happened if he was still there. So it's good that he's gone and Triple H is allowing wrestlers to do stuff like this, man, especially with a company like GCW. It's like they can't show all this blood and gore and stuff on WWE programming. People can barely bleed on that show. So you might get suspended or fined if you bleed on accident over that month. But, it's cool. Let her go over there and do her thing. She's going to build her reputation. People are going to see it. Then maybe those people tune into WWE to watch her. However it works, I think that it's a good thing that WWE is letting Shayna Baszler go over there and do her thing, man. They had a pretty cool. Well, I don't know the whole story about the person that trained her because I don't know anything about the War Master, but apparently he was part of GCW's history. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And Shayna Baszler was trained by him, so it's kind of some cohesive thing, and it just worked out. I'm not sure if he's still with us or if it was I guess he would be. She's not even that old. I don't know the story. I just know that somehow the War Master and the Queen of Spades are intertwined because that's what the tweets say. The collective is happening on Thursday, April 4th. WrestleMania weekend should be good. I really wish I was going to WrestleMania in 3 weeks, man. I wish I could bring my son up there, but those tickets are insane. If I do anything, man, I might get a babysitter and come out there for Wale Mania and hang out with the guys and, have one night of fun and drive right back. It's only 2 hours away. It's a quick drive for me. I might do it, but as of attending the show, I think I just waited too long and now the tickets are ridiculous prices and I'm not doing it. I'd rather sit here and stream with you guys and we could all watch it from our couches. So that's what I'm going to do. GCW, the House of Nick Cage. Yeah, Nick Cage and the homie, I almost called him Zack Ryder. But Matt Cardona, went over there and resurrected his career on the indie scene too, becoming a GCW world champion. So GCW's been making some noise the last few years, man. He's definitely been making some noise. Nick Cage got to fight Chris Jericho at one point a couple years ago. So they've been making some noise. I ain't really know much about GCW before the last couple years. So, they're on my radar, and now they're working with WWE superstars. So this is good for everybody. I mean, it don't really mean nothing to WWE on the grand scale. It's not really doing much for them outside of creating a narrative that, they're open for business and they're open to work with other people, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? You want to, bring as many people under that umbrella as you possibly can. Every wrestling company on planet Earth sees what WWE is doing, signing deals with Netflix for one show and, all these things with the whole new merger with, UFC becoming TKO and the entire world knows what's going on, whether you're a wrestling fan or not. They see it on financial shows and news shows. They know what's going on. So people want to be involved with WWE. it should make Tony Khan nervous that the monster that he thought he was going to topple has just cut off his head and grew an even larger, stronger, more dangerous one. Because without, old man in there, you know what I mean? The company is allowed to flourish and maybe work with some of these companies that wouldn't have worked with them before, that maybe AEW would have worked with. I just watched AEW can't even say Netflix on TV. They don't even want to mention Netflix. Like that, I thought about it. It made sense because I was watching one of the AEW episodes with Serena Deeb. That show is hilarious, by the way, on YouTube. And he mentioned Netflix, I think twice. He was like, "Yo, make sure you bleep that out." And they did. They had to bleep it out actually every time he said it. So it was interesting. But I was like, "Why are they bleeping out Netflix?" I was like, "Oh, that's right. that's the competition now." So they've grown an even larger, more dangerous head, and they're just spreading even more globally. Even though Sasha, apparently thinks she's going to take the movement global. WWE is actually already global with their entire company and brand. So good for Shayna Baszler, man. Good for Shayna Baszler. I hope Tony Starks is like right there, at ringside. Maybe she'll do a run in or some interference or something. That'd be cool. You get 2 WWE superstars there. Good for everybody, man. I have nothing bad to say about that. So shout out to Triple H for letting it happen. So I guess we talked about all the major stories, all the minor stories, if you will. What did I say? I said Tony Stark. No, that's what I said. Tony Starks. What's her name, man? Who is Tony? Zoe Stark. Why did I say Tony Stark? Zoe Stark, man. Y'all know who I meant, man. Damn, I called her Tony Stark. That's messed up. I was just cleaning up my son's toys. Maybe it's because I saw his Iron Man. I don't know. Oh, man, that is too funny. But moving on, Gruss, you ain't shit for catching that. I'm actually that shit. Shout out to Lennon62. What's up, man? Appreciate you coming in. Oh, man, y'all funny as hell, man. Oh, man. But moving on to our next story, our main story of the day, because it's a juicy one, ladies and gentlemen. It's not surprising because we are in the midst of the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community, if you will. People are fucking crazy. People are literally crazy, but this is also, let me start by saying, this is also a WWE created problem. This is not something that needed to happen. WWE has been giving The Rock the opportunity to go, I take that back. The Rock has been taking the opportunity to go on the internet, Twitter, X, whatever you call it, Instagram, whatever, wherever else he posts his content, and literally destroying Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, anybody involved. Now it's Cody's mom. His dog already got roasted for like 6-7 minutes. The Rock is literally destroying everybody, cutting some of the best promos of his career, doing some of the most firework of his career right now. And it's becoming a problem. You never thought you would say that, right? The Rock is here. He's doing all kind of long promos, and we're getting to hear him, and we're getting the Rock concert. And man, it's not good. None of it's good. What happened to Roman Reigns? I thought he was the final boss. We referred to Roman Reigns as the final boss for like 2 years. How all of a sudden is The Rock? We ain't even say that the tribal chief. Well, we said it, but Roman was. We just knew he's the final boss, and now all of a sudden The Rock is literally stood like, no, correction, correction. I'm the final. Throw your ones up. I confused my son. I was like, son, how many fingers this is? He was like, 2. I was like, I know. What the fuck, man? So The Rock has completely overshadowed everything that was going on with Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. Now I want to see Rock versus Seth Rollins in the main event on night 2. Or Rock versus Cody Rhodes, or the main event of night 2. Or shit, The Rock versus Seth Rollins, as he's been calling him a walking clown emoji for 3-4 weeks now and can't do nothing about it. It's just, he's been roasting people and doing such a good job at it, and nobody else has been getting time. Roman Reigns comes out with him half the time. Roman Reigns wasn't even there last week because, Rock was doing his concert or whatever. Apparently, Roman Reigns is going to be on SmackDown this week. But, bro, we 3 weeks out. You know what I mean? It's like the buildup has kind of been killed as far as the story that they've been telling for the last 2 years. It's kind of been just thrown in the dirt. The Rock is coming out and just lambasting everybody. He's a heel, but everybody is laughing and cheering him. He's getting crazy pops. He wearing the Versace shirts and the shades. He's got, massive arms. He looks like a fucking superhero. He changed his theme music in his intro to lightning and shit. That shit is fucking fire. You know what I mean? So, who's about to boo that shit? Ain't nobody about to boo that shit, bro. I don't care what he says. He could be in my hometown in Toronto. I'm gonna be like, yay, Toronto. I'm gonna be him. I'm gonna be that guy. I don't care. He's too fucking entertaining. He can't get booed now. Like, they done gave him too much airtime. And now he has heat, apparently. The Rock has heat. He's like, I got heat. Who? From who? From who? From you're fired. Get the fuck out my face. You wish you would fucking leak who got heat with The Rock backstage. That's not a thing now. That's not a thing anymore. Heat will get your ass cooked. You know what I mean? Be on the unemployment line trying to get hired by fucking Tony Khan. Somebody like Seth Rollins can't have heat because he can't go to AEW. He didn't talk too much shit about him. So you got to tread lightly when you're dealing with The Rock, and that's part of the problem. You know what I mean? He's boss and he's on TV. That's his character, though, so it works. It's just confusing because they're blurring the lines a lot now. They're blurring the lines a lot, so it's a little confusing, but it's fun. It's a fun ride that The Rock is taking us on, but we have taken a massive detour. We have taken a massive detour, people. The Royal Rumble, there were some things that happened. I just don't. I can't remember. All I remember is what The Rock has been doing for the last 3-4 weeks since the press conference. Him smacking the shit out. It was everything ended there. It was everything fucking ended at that press conference. And we were like, wait a minute, this guy's coming back? Wait a minute. So, wait, holy shit. Everybody immediately forgot about Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins and now apparently Roman Reigns. But apparently people are mad. People are in a tizzy because, The Rock is coming out and he's dropping F-bombs and saying fuck your story and shitting on everybody and talking about mamas and dogs and they're stuck because Tony Khan and Triple H and the likes are saying that their wrestlers, their superstars have to stick to the PG platform, even on social media. So that's really handcuffing them. And apparently there's some rumblings that there might be a little animosity towards The Rock for that. Can I understand that? No. Stop fucking crying. No. If you know what you could do, Cody? You can stop coming out in the fucking show every week. Oh, that's not enough. I need more tears. I'm just so sad. Oh my God. My Cody Rhodes. Stupid tattoo on my neck. I want to finish my story. Shut the fuck up, bro. Oh my God. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Stop fucking crying on TV, dog. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, man. I'm so sick of Cody Rhodes coming out here whining on TV and crying and shedding tears. Like, bro, it is not that serious, man. Just go. You about to fight the dude. You already got the match. Why are you fucking crying, man? Like, smack the dude. You smack the dude back. I just don't understand any of this shit. I just don't understand. You're right. Did Dusty cry this much? I don't even remember. Dusty was one of the reasons I became a fan of wrestling. Dusty, Flair, Hogan, those dudes who maybe I don't remember him crying. Maybe I'm wrong, but he was passionate, obviously. I mean, he was very passionate. One of the best promos in the history of the game. And his son is also very good at cutting promos. That's why I don't understand why he feels like he has to cry after every single one. It's crazy. But they could do a lot to fix this. It's not just Cody crying. The reason I say it's a WWE created problem is because they're not giving these guys enough time. Roman Reigns wasn't even on the show last week, man. It's a month out from WrestleMania. I don't care he's going to be. He should be on the show every week for 20 minutes. It's a 3-year story that's culminating, my nigga. Like, we got 4 weeks left until a 3-week story culminates to its grand finale, apparently. You know what I mean? Maybe. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand why anybody's taking, well, I can understand if The Rock took a week off, but anybody else should not be taking any time off. Everybody should be getting 5-10 minutes to talk, have a match, do whatever they, do whatever they need to do to make sure that we advance this story and crescendo it until WrestleMania night, so everybody's just on the edge of their seat waiting to see what's happening, waiting to see what's going to happen. Now it's so fucking confusing because I'm like, wait a minute, so I think I'm more excited about the tag match because I want to see The Rock wrestle. It's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. Like, it feels like the night 2 main event is not as important, even though I know it's this big grand 3-year story but there's no crescendo. It's just like a flat line. Literally, it feels like the story is dying and it's limping towards the end instead of, crescendoing towards the end. But we also have this other thing over here, The Rock, and he's creating this whole other buzz and overshadowing everybody. And we're just excited to see The Rock. We're more excited to see how he's going to abuse his power to, take things away from Seth Rollins or other wrestlers, Cody Rhodes or whoever in the future. Like, now I'm more interested in that. It feels like I know I shouldn't be because I've been watching this every fucking show for 3 years. Yeah, I mean, I want to see the story end one way or another, however it's going to end. I'm cool with seeing the world burn. So if Roman wins, I ain't going to cry, but it is what it is. It just doesn't make sense that WWE put their superstars in this position. If they're going to be mad, they should be mad at Triple H, who's ever booking the show. Y'all saw what happened with the Rock concert. That shit fucked up SmackDown. Like, everything was wrong on SmackDown. Multiple people didn't get entrances on the show. Matches were clearly cut. All kind of picture-in-picture. It was just a shit show because the Rock concert went way over. It started the show. It wasn't no situation where they gave him the last 15, like, go out there and do. No, he started the show, so he had 2 hours. So y'all lucky he ain't go 2 hours at the end of the day. So I don't know, man. I think that it's a little messy. I think that the wrestlers probably should just not try to piss off The Rock because The Rock did respond. And the tone I read it in, I was trying to figure out the proper tone, because sometimes you read things and you don't really you don't read it in the proper tone, so you don't know how that person really, really feels. And you got to make sure you read things in the right tone. But The Rock said after hearing that he was getting some heat for using foul language and all these different things, he said, what'd he say? Where's the quote? Hold on, I'm sorry. He referenced his line from March 15th on the episode on networks, as well as, the standards and practices and the language that he said. I should just play it right here. I got the thing right here. Can you guys hear that? Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Okay. Anyways, he said, networks and standards and practices have issues with my language, but I'd rather be real than not. I talk from the heart, shoot from the hip, and try to always have fun. Enjoy the Rock concert. And then he went out there and just fired everybody up some more. Yeah, man, this is, you don't want to piss this guy off. Now he's a board member. I don't think he's actually going to come in there and abuse his power, but The Rock is The Rock. We saw what he actually did with the DC universe. Like, let's not act like there's not potential for him to actually be a supervillain. Like he loves being loved. So I don't think he'll go too far because we've already seen him turn heel because the fans were pissed at him about fucking up Cody's story. So now he's giving people what they want by being heel, and he's saying fuck your story. He's like, oh, you thought you was getting what you wanted? Is that why you thought I turned heel? I'm sorry to misinform you. I'm sorry. There's clearly a lack of communication on one of our parts, probably yours. But fuck your story. That's basically what it was, man. I'm sorry. That's basically what it was. The Rock don't care. The Rock is putting The Rock first. The bloodline being the head of wrestling, all that's a real thing. Like, that fucking board at that press, that was a vanity project. Come on. That was The Rock really believes that there's one royal family in professional wrestling, and I'm not talking about the McMahons. You know what I mean? It is, the Anoa'i family, all the Samoans. Are they all Samoan? Maybe they are all Samoan. Well, I guess they can't all be Samoan because Rocky Johnson was black man. So there goes that. But yeah, so yeah, man, it's a crazy story. I don't know where it's gonna go. I'm really concerned about Roman Reigns because if he don't come out and cut the most fire promo of his life on Friday, he's just gonna keep looking like Lil Bro, man. Because even when when they're in the ring together, Roman Reigns just in the background. Roman had that one moment where he stopped Roman Reigns, stopped The Rock's mic. It was like, don't do your catchphrase. And then he was like, acknowledge me. And Rock acknowledged him. You know what I mean? Then called him a loser. But this could end up getting bad if they don't let these guys get the same amount of mic time that The Rock is getting. Maybe these guys need to fix it themselves and go on social media and start roasting The Rock on social media. I just don't know how that's gonna go because The Rock is better at that, and they have to be kind of PG, but they don't have to be total PG. I think they making some excuses because you might not be able to drop an F-bomb and say, fuck your story or something, but you could still say something. I don't think you're gonna get fired for saying shit or but you definitely not gonna get fired for saying bitch. Because they say that shit every week on TV. So it's like, you could still do stuff. That's why I'm not gonna give any excuses to the wrestlers, and I don't want to hear all that fucking whining about how you can't keep up and The Rock is getting, to say whatever he wants to say. Figure out a way to cut a promo without having to use the F word. Like, if you can't do it, then you're probably not that good. You know what I mean? So figure it out. But I will say that the time that they're getting on actual TV is not a good look. Because The Rock is always going to go over his time, whatever was scheduled for him. He's always going to get more time than allocated to him because he's the fucking Rock, and who's going to tell him to stop before he's finished? You know what I mean? And, everybody else has to stick to their time constraints, which that is an issue. Because you need time to get your point across. The Rock is allowed to let the crowd involve the crowd and soak things in and fill the crowd out. Like, everybody doesn't have that opportunity. So it's definitely a disadvantage if you ask me in that aspect. But that's WWE's fault. It's their fault. It's their job to time the shows and put people in the places they need to be and make sure that Roman Reigns is on TV every week. The man already, has only defended his championship 50 sometimes in 3 years. It's like, bro, it's a week out, a month out. Like, I don't understand why you would miss any shows. I don't care if he's doing the Rock concert. Like, Roman Reigns should have been backstage or in Gorilla, some saying, all right, go out there and kill it. You know what I mean? And make sure you acknowledge me. Like, something should have happened. Roman should be on TV. They should be advancing the story with Roman and Cody. This is The Rock and Cody. You know what I mean? This is The Rock. It's like The Rock and Cody is the main event. Why is Rock doing a concert? I mean, I get it why, but I'm just like, it's not making too much sense. It's not making too much sense. Younger said they done with the 90s. Facts. Let's see. Dusty would be ashamed. You stupid. Crying Cody could become new. I mean, it could be. Crying Cody Rhodes. I mean, maybe that'll be his new gimmick. Maybe he'll go back to wearing a mask because he's so ashamed after losing twice at WrestleMania against the same guy. The Rock treated Roman like little brother. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening because Roman is always so quiet in the background. Like he'll say whatever he got to say, and then he'll just be back there chuckling along with The Rock. When Roman is talking to The Rock is there, The Rock is just stoic. Like, all right, little bro, hurry up with the mic, man. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. But as soon as Rock gets the mic, you get all kind of facial expressions and from Roman, and it's not stuff that's just like that's pushing a story or telling. It's more just like dick riding. You know what I mean? His big cousin, and he does look like little brother. And it's not a good look because he was supposed to be the final boss. And it just made it worse when Rock came out and literally took the phrase final boss as his new moniker. He's literally hashtagging it in fucking tweets. So, excuse me. So yeah, it's kind of messed up, man. I think it's kind of messed up. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I feel like it's kind of messed up. Am I mad at The Rock? No, because I don't get in my feelings about wrestling like that. I'm not a weirdo, but I would like to see him maybe take a step back. I don't even know how he does that. No, I don't want to see him take a step back. As I said, I want to see WWE put the wrestlers in position to take a step forward so they can come up to his level. It's not his job to come down to everybody else's level. It's his job to respect the time that he's allocated, and it's the only thing he needs to fix. I mean, you get 15 minutes, stick to 15 minutes. Your intro's already like 7-8 minutes, even though it's fire. Or electric, if you will. You already got a long interest. Just go out there, do your thing, and don't mess up the show for talent that isn't The Rock. You know what I mean? So, The Rock is Emperor and Roman is, yeah, I mean, if you're into Star Wars, I guess so. That seems like the situation now. Oh, man. So you guys can let me know in the comments what you think about that stuff, man. That's a crazy story. That's a crazy story. I was really taken back about that one. I'm not 3 weeks. I'm just not sure. We got a bunch of matches thrown together on SmackDown this past week. I feel like, are you guys less excited or more excited for WrestleMania since The Rock joined? That's the question I want to ask. Because I feel like I'm a little less excited. Like the build up, the 3-year build up. You know what I mean, like it just feels like it's just kind of been deflated a little bit. But I'm excited about other matches that they've given us in the last couple weeks. Jimmy versus Jay, Seth and and Drew getting a triple threat match for the U.S. title. Logan, Randy, Kevin should be pretty good. Should be a banger actually. L.A. Knight going up against AJ Styles should be a banger. We getting some matches, man. So I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know how to feel about it right now. Cody only excited for the Rock stuff. That's how I feel now. Like, is he gonna be out there if? Because I'm assuming the Rock not losing. Roman's definitely not losing twice in one weekend. So it's gonna be bloodline rules, right? Like anything goes. That's gonna be the match. Is that what's gonna happen? Like Seth and Cody are gonna lose, and then the stakes are gonna be even higher. I guess that's. I mean, we ain't got the predictions yet, but I'm guessing that's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah, and I don't see The Rock. I just can't. Maybe The Rock is doing all this to put Cody over even bigger. He's gonna lose, but I don't know. Roman's not getting pinned twice, and The Rock getting pinned in a match just seems really far-fetched at this point. Even though maybe it doesn't seem so far fetched. If The Rock is really about the business, and he lets Cody pin him, he gives Cody the pin over him. That could do massive things for Cody, but then it deflates the second night because then it's like he just beat The Rock. He pinned The Rock. Of course, he's about to, and there's no bloodline out here now, so it makes it predictable. So then, are you just going to ruin the story and not let him finish it, or are you going to do the predictable ending with him finishing it? And it's still being deflating either way. That's a tricky situation to be in now. That's a tricky situation to be in. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not really sure what they're gonna do or what they can do to kind of fix this. Now, if Cody and Seth win night one, or they lose and Roman and Rock get the win, and then his bloodline rules, then I mean, maybe they just do some kind of overbooked, ridiculous, just insane. Stone Cold been training and there you go. Took the words right out of my mouth. Stone Cold, just maybe a bunch of people come back and help out The Rock or help out Cody Rhodes against the Bloodline, and it's just this big, huge thing. Like, remember when they did NWO versus DX and all, people came out and saw Sting, and it was a terrible match, but nonetheless, like, it's just, big overbooked mess with a bunch of stuff going on. That's probably the solution. If the Hills win on the first night and it's bloodline rules, but I think I'm still, man. I guess it'll be entertaining. I just don't want to. I want to be excited for it. You know what I mean? I want to be excited for it. They said a lot of legends will be active at WrestleMania. Maybe that's what's going to happen because The Rock is coming back and he's being the evil boss, and a lot of wrestlers that he faced off. Maybe Mick Foley comes back. He's talking about possibly having one last match at the top of 2025. He said he'll get the word on that soon. So. Who knows how things are going to play out. Rikishi might get involved. Good call. Rikishi should have been involved. He should have been involved in the Uso and the Jimmy and Jay feud. Somehow, some way, they should have involved Rikishi. Even though he's been pretty active on Twitter and other platforms, because he definitely said that WWE should back Jay, like in kayfabe, like he was, it's like they should back him on TV and make sure these push because it makes good business sense. So, it was good. It's good. Triple H might throw a sledgehammer. Triple H better not go out there and do nothing. I don't want to see Triple H go out there and do nothing. His heart might give out. I ain't even trying to see it. He's doing too much good for the company. Don't ever need to see him wrestle again. You know what I mean? He needs to take care of his health. I haven't watched wrestling in decades, but Mick Foley is exactly who I was thinking of. Yep. Mick Foley might be that guy, man. He might be the one to come through. And Mick Foley's always willing to do some crazy stuff. He'll come out with a 2x4. Maybe he'll come out as Cactus Jack. I don't see him coming out as Dude Love or anything. Maybe he just comes out as regular old Mick Foley in his red and black plaid shirt. You know what I mean? And, they do some crazy spots. But Stone Cold Steve Austin is almost, I feel, it's Grush, you're spot on with that one. It's almost a guarantee. He just had a banging match. Like, he already wrestled a match, and he's back working out again. Like, he had one of the best matches at WrestleMania. He headlined night one at WrestleMania last year. So, Stone Cold makes perfect sense. The Rock being the guy makes perfect sense because, they had, probably the greatest feud of all time between two wrestlers, The Rock and Stone Cold, outside of Stone Cold versus his boss, who we won't mention. But yeah, new Mick Foley is Darby. Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree. I can't disagree because Foley was definitely willing to kill himself. Getting thrown through the cage, then crawling back up top to get thrown through it again, get thrown off of it was just stupid. That's playing with your life. You know what I mean? You got a tooth in your nose and you lost the ear trying to twist yourself up in the ropes. Like he's a psychopath. So Darby Allin, yeah, that's the closest thing you can get to it. Even though they do some other crazy stuff in these other backyard wrestling promotions and places like GCW, they do a lot of crazy stuff. But as far as someone being on a big stage and doing it in, in front of lots of little kids trying to off themselves, Darby Allin is definitely that guy. Yeah, man. So this story's crazy. I don't know if there's anything else we need to cover. We might just get into might do some reacts or something real quick. Let me see if there's any other news stories. Nothing too big. Swerve credits Prince Nana for all the for his championship, adding it with adding the dance to his entrance and getting him over even more. I think that's pretty obvious to everybody. I think we pretty much covered all the news that we need to cover. So now, guys, you already know what time it is, man. You know what time it is. It's hangout time. I'm gonna take a 1-minute break to go visit the restroom, and I'll be right back. And we're going to hang out and do some reactions and watch some videos. I'll be here for a minute. Be right back.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here. I'm the man. I'm the man. Woo! Woo! To be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here. I'm the man. Woo!
We coming for you, nigga. 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 We coming for you, nigga.
Really?
We coming for you, nigga.
Really?
We coming for you, nigga.
Really?
We coming for you, nigga.
Enjoy. I'll be right back. Oh, y'all can't even hear it.
Hector on the track. Hector on all the tracks. new sound. This is how it's going down. Take a sip for the yak, then a puff for the loud. Deliver like mail carriers with contents profound. So profound, in fact, my rhyme should be in museums. So fuck a gold plaque, just respect it when you see him. Should charge a per diem for my presence. Check the essence of a man with a revolutionary soul and the mind of the illest gangsters. I roam this earth alone in the zone, praying to God that the world fills my poems and I can avoid this nonsense. Curse of the prophet, but even if I'm up shit's creek, I'm still roaming, searching for atonement amidst these ghetto components. Jack boys and jump outs anytime could run opponents. So I show no mercy to challenges and opponents. And even if I do give a damn, I'm still flowing. Cause I can see the future like Nick Cage and knowing. And mine's brighter than a diamond in the sun glowing. Shout out the lames who tried to be down to get a name. Burnt that bridge, then watch that shit go down in flames. Shout out to all the fly chicks that a nigga boned, then tried to diss me when a nigga didn't pick up the phone. Ain't shit changed, man, it's politics as usual. Niggas only fuck with you long enough to use you. We see a bad youngin', we say she jive crucial. But the ratio fucked up, be careful who choose you. That's a needle not soulful, nigga, don't let it fool you. Don't let them fool you.
With God. Y'all like that Kate Bush shit? Our places keep running up that hill. Keep running up that hill. Keep running up that building. If I only could. Oh yeah, hold on. That Kate Bush was like, hey, man, listen. You know your music, man. Hey, listen, you see when this song is from, right? Just so you know, that's 12 years ago, bro. They stole my shit. So just so we're clear, you know what I mean? Stranger Things, all the motherfuckers, they stole my shit. I sampled that shit first. So, that sample was hard as shit, yo. That sample was hard as shit. I'll play one more for y'all before we get into some videos. This is my favorite video that I've ever done, hands down. This is my favorite video I've ever done. We had so much fun doing this shit. Shout out to my nigga Ace, my nigga Price, everybody in the video. My nigga Slash right there. That's me right there, actually. Looking fly as a motherfucker. I showed these niggas how to be cool. I wish I could play the sound out. I can't get the sound out.
Can't you tell I'm so cool? Oh, cool like Modi. How you like me now? I'm the man in my town. You better act like you know me, homie. How can I let it? Like Jody, these niggas wanna be me and the girls wanna fuck me. So if I grace you with my presence, consider yourself lucky. What with? I don't gotta shine it like neon. So little nigga be gone, I ain't fucking with you peons. I'm cool as an island breeze, yes I am he. Getting brain from a dame that graduated Ivy League. You're uncool, that's why your dame wanna slide with me. Was your bottom bitch, now she asking you for some privacy. I'm cool, calm and collected when under pressure. Haters mad cause everything I drop sound like the best of. I'm cool as the other side of the pillow. Married to the game, they wanna make my wife a widow. I'm cool.
This shit was hard as fuck, bro.
Motherfucker, I'm cool. Can't you tell I'm so cool? Motherfucker, I'm cool.
Bro, I am cooler than the polar bear's toenail. They say that my flow is too deep, but somehow I do it so well. Drink, go and get your pail. That's cold water passed down from our forefathers. Ice in my veins, my family go harder. We put in work with no callers. Think, I don't bother.
Yes.
Cause I don't barter. When I say COD, there is no tartar. Probably didn't get that, but it wouldn't be cool to re-spit that, so let's go forward. When it comes to stacking books, I got no borders. Knowledge is my game and I'm playing 4 quarters. I'm all about $1 like 4 quarters. But it comes down to what you gon' do for it. I'm sub-zero to these wannabe dudes, and I've been practicing my finishing moves. So little homie be
cool. My man Proverb was one of the best, man.
Can't you see I'm so
I don't know if he's still rapping. He started battle rapping like heavy. He was nice at it too. He one of them crazy battle rappers. And he got away from like making albums. I don't know if he did, but he's a great writer.
cool.
Cool, baby. I managed to stay hotter than a gunshot, but cool enough to make a nigga feel a draft from standing in one spot. Killing them unarmed with the looks and the fashion. I'm handsome, plus my kick game is like on pop. Undeniably born with style inside of me, so cool is what I am. And for you, it's what you try to be. The cliche say I'm different and have no swag, so me and Pro laugh, that's vocab, but a known fact. I approach pads with cold jabs of the wordplay. You imitate the cool, but sweet singing like Shirt Bay. When I'm around, it reminds them of a dirt play. Shut them down by a long shot. I'm a pure trait. I don't practice charisma shit. It's my forte, so I don't understand the whackness you speak. Poor K. The main attraction is main attraction like foreplay. No words needed. Peep the features. No more to say.
Cool. Can't you see I'm so cool? Motherfucker, I'm cool.
We had credits and shit. This is a movie.
Baby boy, I line them up and knock them.
We got the Italians uptown.
Right.
You know? Got the Cubans up.
The Italians, man.
That's what I said.
I mean,
That's what I said.
Italians. Let's get this money, man.
Let's go, man.
I mean, it's all about us. It's about the niggas.
Exactly.
Oh man. This album cover is one of the greatest album covers ever done. I just want to let y'all know that. I'm gassing myself, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Album's still available. This album 12 years old, man. 12 years ago, I put this album out. You know what I mean? Fuck the world. You know what I mean? It's my first label release. I was signed to Interlude Records. Yeah, man. They gave me my start. You know what I mean? After that, it was all uphill, baby. You know what I mean? Everything launched from that point. So, you know what I mean? It's a couple little joints for y'all, man. Let's get into some wrestling stuff, man. No more music. Y'all know I like to do that from time to time. Let's get into some wrestling stuff. Let me go over here so I can find a video for y'all to watch real quick. Let's see. I had some things in mind. I don't want to watch nothing too crazy long. And some shorter videos. I had somebody just there was some new shit. Hold on. Was it these guys? No. Let's see. Who dropped new vids we could react to? Give me a second. Let me see who's in. I subscribe to too many channels. I hate going through this shit. Who really killed WCW? That might be a good one. Let's see what no, I want to stick to wrestling stuff. Let's see. I did want to watch that Vince McMahon documentary, but I probably watched that on my own time. WrestlePod did a 4-hour documentary on that guy, basically documenting everything. So, not gonna watch a 4-hour documentary right here. Let's see. The brothers with Rock and so Grush, you be watching the wildest shit, bro. Like the brothers with Rock, you got to start explaining shit before you tell me to click on it, because you be sending me to some wild shit. Oh man, AEW's most savage insults. We've done enough savage insult videos. Let's see. Oh, maybe I think it might have been these guys. I be getting, man, my WWE videos be getting claimed like shit. I ain't gonna lie. They be WWE be hating. They be hating. Oh, yeah, WrestleMania did drop a good one. Okay, that's one that I wanted to get. Let me find one more. I probably should have already done this, but I ain't planning to be live this long. I got some free time. Let's see. Who else? Click over here real quick. Give me 2 minutes. Find a couple joints.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here, I'm the man. Woo!
All right, as the tune's in, perfect. So yeah, man, let's get into this first one. I've been wanting to watch this since it dropped. I probably should have watched it already, so I know what's gonna be on it. But this video is titled "These Wrestlers Destroyed Their Careers in a Single Moment," and it's by What Culture. Everybody knows who What Culture Wrestling is. So yeah, I wanted to watch this video, man. They already got Enzo up here, so I don't remember all the moments, but I remember he had a few incidents. So let's get into it, man.
From rather foolish publicity stunts to just rubbing up top stars the wrong way. These are those exact moments wrestlers wreck their own careers in this business. So I'm Gareth from What Culture Wrestling, and here are those wrestlers who destroyed their careers in a single moment. Bronson Matthews. Imagine it's your first day in an administrative role for a finance company, if you will. Somebody higher up than you has obstructed a doorway that you want to walk through, just chatting away to one of your colleagues. They didn't mean to get in your way, but you right now are annoyed. So annoyed, in fact, that you send out a company-wide email expressing exactly how irritated you are. You have annihilated your reputation, and because you're pretty much the most expendable person in the company at that moment in time, you're probably going to get fired. Now, this isn't a real scenario because nobody would ever be that stupid, would they? Except in wrestling, where this essentially happened. Bronson Matthews won the 6th season of WWE Tough Enough, which was hardly going to kickstart his career and send him straight into the main event. But still, neither was burying the social outcasts as jobbers on Twitter. This apparently pissed off the likes of Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes and a few other people, and it got to the point where Matthews was eventually barred from the locker room because, well, yeah, that's kind of what you get. Yes, he did say that he was just tweeting in character, but still, just keep your fingers away from the Twitter machine. It's never a good idea, as you will see later on. Now, the 2016 incident didn't directly lead.
Somebody tell The Rock that. I dare you. I dare you. I guess that's easy to say when you're already over. You know what I mean? But somebody, if he said he was doing it in character, why would anybody get all... Well, he did say Cody Rhodes, and we all know Cody is very sensitive.
To his release, but it happened like a year before it, and his career was pretty much done as soon as he did that. Jackson Riker. Jackson Riker was nothing if not aggressively generic. A vacuum with a great physique. Sounds kind of familiar. But nobody has ever left a single one of his matches with the memory, really. Just nothing. Remember that time he feuded with Elias? Yeah, probably not, but let me just catch you up on it. At that time, he played a babyface with apparent wartime PTSD, which was a pretty bleak development, and nobody really gave a damn about it. Nobody gave a damn because it was staggeringly mediocre, and because Riker's career was pretty much a zombified thing by 2021. He was doomed by his own doing to shamble through WWE because he was stupid and just ugly enough to put over Donald Trump amid protests over George Floyd's death in 2020. He knew exactly what he was doing, and so did the locker room that very much let him have it at the time, including Kevin Owens, who was disgusted that Riker even dared to try and get his catchphrase over at this moment in time. Forgotten No More has taken on a razor-sharp note of irony since Riker has only wrestled 5 times since leaving WWE. Jessica Havoc. Like I said before,
I have many things to say about that. Now, I'm going to refrain from saying most of them because I don't want to get canceled myself. At least not on this channel. What he did at the time that he did it was wrong because he was being an asshole. It was unnecessary. And like Gareth here said, he knew what he was doing. So riling people up at such a sensitive time in America, when you're in the position where y'all are selling toys and all this crazy, maybe stay away from the social, political stuff if you're in that position. I know some people want to, jump out there and do it, but I'm not going to judge the man for his beliefs. You know what I mean? I'm not, I'm just not going to. Like, if he thinks that Donald Trump was a good president, then that's his prerogative. You know what I mean? I don't, I feel like there's a lot of people who think Donald Trump is a good president, and the way things are looking, he's probably going to be the president. So, people might want to strap in for another 4 of Donald J. Trump. But, firing somebody and getting attacked by a bunch of people because you put out your political view isn't something I agree with. He could have been more sensitive about the time that he did it. But I'm not going to get into the whole George Floyd and talk about political stuff and all that stuff on this channel. That is not what we're here for. We're here to talk about wrestling. I just don't, wasn't feeling that. What's up, Ahmad? Thanks for coming through, bro. Good to see you, my G.
Don't tweet. There is no point. Absolutely none. Or let's just be a bit more accurate, don't be a piece of crap. Jessica Havoc ruined her chances of ever making it in WWE when midway through a tryout that she felt was going kind of pretty well, people excavated old tweets of hers. And this was all according to a blog post. They range from spectacularly ill-advised to abhorrent in nature. While trying to get noticed on the Independent, she absolutely buried WWE's Divas division, which, while fair, was again pretty stupid. Far more stupid and, well, awful was her decision to tweet out what she claims were ironic, racist jokes between friends. The "it was banter" excuse didn't really convince many people, and Havoc was consigned to virtual Impact Wrestling obscurity forevermore. Enzo Amore. Now, it was pretty unlikely that Enzo Amore was ever going to make his way back to WWE after he was released in 2018. He was fired after failing to inform WWE about a sexual assault allegation against him, and then he went and pursued a hip-hop career, as you do. Enzo wasn't a great wrestler, but that was never really his appeal, was it? He was a promo guy, and he was very good at it. But he was loathed by many of his peers because he was apparently quite an obnoxious guy who was absolutely in love with himself. Now, it was unlikely that he was ever going to go back to WWE after all of that, but it then became impossible after that strange publicity stunt that he pulled at Survivor Series 2018, wearing Bart Simpson's Shelbyville wig and actually making it work. back. Enzo cuts his signature promo before being forcibly ejected from the arena. Now I've got a quick question for you. Was this the most awkward moment in wrestling history?
Maybe. It was. It was really awkward. But in all fairness to Enzo Amore, whatever his real name is, that man got accused of something that he didn't do, and he was probably in a bad mental state at that time. And so I'm going to give him a pass for those things, all the weird stuff that he did, you know what I mean, and just lashing out because, you know, sometimes people just want to be heard. They want people to listen, and nobody's listening when they're the ones telling the truth. So I do believe that Enzo was done wrong, Russ. I believe that, he got fired before he, probably should have, but all the facts came out and things played out how they played out. But then he had done so much after he got fired that they couldn't rehire him, or, he had already made him look stupid so many times. So it is what it is. It's an unfortunate situation. I hate how things played out for Enzo because the time he was in WWE, even from NXT, he was super over. You know what I mean? He was super over. He was, Enzo he was a guy in NXT. He's a New Yorker, loud mouth New Yorker, very loud, very flamboyant. He was in a trio with Big Cass, who's now who's Big Bill over in AEW, and Carmella. They were a trio, and they were entertaining as hell for a while, man. They were really entertaining. They came out, they had all kind of catchphrases. This guy was like being compared to people like The Rock at one point. And he had it. He had everything right there. They were tag team champs for a while. Like, he was doing it. And then all the bullshit. You know what I mean? This shit, stuff backstage. I think he had a relationship with Liv Morgan that went bad. He apparently cheated on her or something. That's the rumors. I don't know. It's not my business. But yes, he just started getting a bad name in the locker room, and he's already flamboyant and boisterous and has a real life ego and bravado. And, he's a New Yorker. A lot of New Yorkers are like that. And, if they feel like they're good, they're definitely going to tell you about it. Which I don't really see any problem with, especially if he's bringing money into the company and more people watching the show because he's on it, because everybody makes more money. I don't ever see why anybody would be mad about somebody knowing that they're good and saying that they're good. But like, hey, man, hey, be good, man, shit. You know what I mean? Everybody's good. Everybody watch the show so we can all get rich. But obviously, there's some personality differences when you have that many people in the locker room that could affect things. And Enzo just wasn't that much of a people's person from what I could see. So he rubbed some people the wrong way, but I also feel like he got done dirty.
I mean, it probably wasn't, but I want to know what you think is in the comment section down below. Tessa Blanchard. At her best and most motivated, Tessa Blanchard was outstanding before the likes of Rhea Ripley started lapping her. Incredibly physical, her power game was super legitimate, and she registered everything she did brilliantly. She exuded presence and was drenched in confidence. She also had the reputation. The reputation of being a complete and utter arrogant pain in the ass that nobody really liked. And this all allegedly cost her a job in WWE. With WWE, according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, believing that she had a bit of a bad attitude when she attended a tryout many years ago. Simply put, wherever Tessa went, trouble usually followed. But she was consistently successful in Impact Wrestling, it's worth saying. On the eve of her big moment though, when she was set to dethrone Sami Callihan for the World Damn Championship, Chelsea Green and Allysin Kay, amongst others, accused Tessa variously of belittling her peers, and even spitting in a black performer's face and calling her a pretty vile racist slur. A series of callous behaviors cost Tessa her career, but the backlash came after one specific burst. Alex Riley.
Yeah, she's a piece of shit. She's not like Moolah levels of piece of shit, but she was a piece of shit. Like, she was clear. She had all this stuff just start coming out, and it sucks when one person says something or a couple people say something, then everybody else just gets brave and starts putting out everything. I mean, that could be a terrible feeling, but I mean, if you said the shit, you said the shit. If you did the shit, you did the shit. And she was being in a position, being put in a position to where she was about to become world champion of the men's division, which is, in my opinion, absolutely laughable, but whatever. She was a strong wrestler. You know what I mean? China wasn't even the world champion of the men's division. she was IC champ for a little bit, but you know, it was more believable. She's fighting smaller wrestlers mostly, but Tessa Blanchard, you know, was being pushed very hard. We talked about plenty of times in this channel, all the rumors. You know, I was hoping that she would end up in WWE and all these different things before I found out what she was actually like. And if you're going to be that toxic in the locker room and be that much of a dick to people, then, yeah, nobody's going to want you in the locker room. What happened to Alex Riley? Oh, I remember. John Cena happened.
Alex Riley really had something, and in an alternate universe, he probably would have used it. Athletic and cocky, he learned the basic cookie-cutter WWE style rather quickly, and his achievement on Season 2 of NXT can be described as, with no hyperbole, towering. Everybody else on that show looked like a complete and utter geek when Matt Striker just asked them to talk about some random topics into the mic. Riley took it in his stride, baby. And then apparently he ran straight into John Cena, which, you know, can happen because the guy is invisible. Now, Riley may not be the most reliable of narrators, it's gotta be said, but former WWE wrestler Gabby Tuff claims that Cena tried to get Riley fired after Riley just refused to follow some of Cena's advice. Riley didn't do what was asked of him in a 6-person tag, apparently, and from that moment on, this guy's name was Mud. Now, again, it's worth saying that Tuft herself may have some motive to sully John Cena's name. Cena apparently told her to stop using the burning hammer after a botched attempt to do that move looked a bit too similar to the AA. But Riley's demotion was sudden even for the stop-start era of WWE booking. Dave Schultz.
That's whack as hell. That's whack as hell, John Cena. John Cena, like, hey, listen, man. I'm a John Cena fan. I think he's, you know, one of the greatest of all time. I mean, he's definitely not the greatest of all time. That's absurd to say. I don't even know why people ever started saying that. That's ridiculous. But, you know, he's one of the greatest of all time. Definitely the greatest of an era in professional wrestling. You know, doing some weird stuff these days. So on OnlyFans, and he showed up to the Oscars, and I'm pretty sure you guys heard about it. And it's just, that was really, really weird. I don't know what made him think that that was a good idea. Especially with everything going on in Hollywood. Like, kids watch that stuff, man. Like, why would you come out buck on live TV to present an award for best costume? It's not ironic. It's not funny. It's not. You just look like you're being played. And then you got to go backstage and shake hands with The Rock, who is fully clothed like a man. You know what I mean? And you look like an absolute clown in front of the entire world. It was really weird. And yes, John Cena is a little bit weird. You know what I mean? His relationship with Nikki Bella was a little bit weird. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that relationship was a little bit weird. You know what I mean? How he functioned, and I mean, clearly he found somebody that likes it. You know what I mean? He's married and happy, so good for him. But the Nexus stuff, you know what I mean? Burying them wasn't a good look. What he did to Alex Riley is just ridiculous. The burning hammer doesn't look like the AA. Like, there's multiple, should Samoan drops be stopped because you put the person on your shoulders? Can nobody do a Samoan drop? You're going to tell the bloodline, the Anawani family, and whoever else does Samoan drops, they can't do Samoan drops because it looks too much like an AA when it's set up. Like, shut up. Like, it's stupid. That's so stupid. So, yeah, I mean, Cena's Cena. Like, you're going to like some of the stuff that he does. I love Peacemaker. He's also made some horrible. That Ricky Stenicki movie, couldn't even get through 15 minutes of it. That was one of the stupidest things I ever decided to waste 15 minutes on. I was like, it was literally like, what am I watching? What is this? And then I was like, I'm not watching this. It's like, it's stupid. So, you know, whatever. Cena is Cena.
Dave Schultz had a nasty, intimidating aura, knew his way around a threat, and could go to the required standard. Not that that was of tremendous importance at the time, though. Physiques and personality mattered more, and Schultz, a dark alley
this guy
nightmare,
smacked the reporter, didn't he?
As often happens, his flashpoint moment has now led to many romanticizing his career in hindsight. But he wasn't the heel Magnum TA, and had to work in Japan for a while afterwards, but the narrative that he was blackballed was not entirely a shoot. The WWF felt they simply could not use him. He resurfaced in Memphis and Stampede, but other promoters who weren't exactly going to respect the wishes of Vince McMahon in the 1980s still wanted nothing to do with him. A separate incident with Mr. T, whom Schultz saw as an outsider, was what ultimately led to his departure. Hulk Hogan may have embellished or changed his story in subsequent years, but more than one eyewitness believed Schultz to have posed a threat to T, and he was seen as a liability. His career was destroyed of his own doing ultimately. Austin Aries. Austin Aries was one of the best performers on the planet. In 2012, his matches flowed with the craftsmanship of some of the best ever. Everything he did, he just nailed, and in general, he was every bit as good as he felt he was. And the greatest man who ever lived shtick was no gimmick, ladies and gentlemen. The man's opinion of himself was higher than he was. Now that's not saying much, but you get what I mean. Aries was also infamous for rubbing people up the wrong way. Aries, who was often quite a nasty piece of work, managed to
Why they showed a picture of him all up in girl's face in the corner while he said rubbing people the wrong way? I ain't like, felt like an accusation.
secure work time and time again because he was that damn gifted, sadly. People forget that now because he turned into something worse than a heel with his nonsense misinformation stuff in the pandemic, but he was genuinely fantastic for a time.
Misinformation to who? This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can't just say stuff like that because it just depends on what side you coming from. If it's half the people in the world think that it's not misinformation. So you can't just, and that's what I'm saying. When politics, when you start firing people because of their political beliefs and things they tweet out about politics and social issues, it just gets a little sticky. Because wasn't The Rock at the Republican National Convention at one point? I'm sure there's a lot of Republicans in pro wrestling. I mean, the McMahons were known Republicans, so I don't, and they were around when these people were getting hacked for their political opinions, even though they more than likely agree with them, which is crazy.
He doesn't get any work, and he hasn't for years now. It is out of the question, though, because he completely no-sold Johnny Impact at Bound for Glory 2018, and then just simply upped and left after the finish of the main event. If he and Johnny were in cahoots, apparently, Impact and them certainly were not. He claims it was a work, brother, but what money did it draw, and what the hell was the whole point of it? This marked the last occasion in which Aries worked for a promotion of any real renown, because in this moment, he proved himself to be a massive self-serving liability. And Ivelisse. Branded with the euphemistic difficult-to-work-with tag early on in her career, AEW founder Tony Khan nonetheless took the risk. His women's division, already painfully thin, was decimated by the pandemic. The early idea to import experienced and exciting Joshi talent was rendered impossible due to travel issues, leaving a green crop of performers who were struggling to transition to national television wrestling. This wasn't their fault, they'd just come up in a women's independent wrestling scene that barely functioned.
She number one? She better had to, stab somebody or something. Why is she number one?
As a feeder system. Tony Khan might be guilty of perpetuating the bleak cycle of women's wrestling in the US, but it's always existed, and all this gave Ivelisse a way in. Firstly, she could go, and without being blow-away awesome, she could still work a snug and convincing style, and she had the experience to work TV-length matches without getting entirely lost. She was paired with Thunder Rosa on the 10th of September 2020 Dynamite, which was otherwise a bit of an all-timer. After more than a few stiff shots thrown in either direction, Ivelisse sat in a Thunder Rosa submission like a toddler that had just been told they have to give their dummy to Santa this year. Now, while it should be noted that the two did work together in a tag team match a couple of weeks later with no issue, in various media interviews after being dropped, Ivelisse alleged systemic mistreatment from the coaching staff. Blaming everybody but herself, once more, it's exceedingly unlikely that she'll work in the mainstream ever again.
So you see what just happened there? How do you blaming everybody, but y'all be, never mind. I'm just a man. I be wanting to rant sometimes when people be stuck on one side. But anyways, I still don't know how she was number one. I think people did better jobs of destroying their careers than this. I mean, I'm surprised Jeff Hardy isn't on this list. I feel like Jeff Hardy, he's had a Hall of Fame career. He's definitely going in the Hall of Fame. He's had a great career. He had a couple good matches in AEW, not many. But, I mean, I feel like the things he's done, has definitely affected his career in a super negative way. I'm surprised somebody like, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, these people. I mean, well, okay. I guess maybe those weren't single moments that ruined their career, and that's the title of the video. So I'll give them a pass on that. But yeah, guys, that was a good video. Guess the Rock insults video. What's the title of the video? Is that the title of the video? Guess the Rock's insults. Oh, are you talking about Stash Club? Hold on, let me see. I had another one loaded up. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, that looks entertaining. Damn, it's 30 minutes. All right, fuck it. We'll watch it. We'll watch it.
Because The Rock wants you to get...
Oh, hold on. Yeah, let me make sure the speed is turned up because, man, It's a 30-minute video. All right. Hold on. Let me. Finish it down. What is it doing? All right. Guess the Rock's insults. All right, here we go.
Get
All right, Stash Club. This better be a good one. Gruss is hyping it like it's a good one. So all right, let's see if I can beat him again. You know what I mean? I don't know if I beat him last time. I ain't keep score. I got a pen and paper right here. Let me see if I can keep score. See if I keep up with these guys. Gruss already said they don't know much about wrestling, so we go find out. Shit. All right, let's go. This one is called Guess the WWE Wrestler by The Rock's Insult. Video by Stash Club Wrestling. Go check those guys out. They do great content. I'm sure some of you guys already know. Let's get into it.
2 more tattoos.
like watch it again. 2 more tattoos. So good. Welcome back to Stash Club Wrestling. My name is John.
My name is Dante.
Today we're doing a unique one. Today we're doing Guess the Wrestler by The Rock's Insult.
Wow.
Okay. Basically, Sophie is going to play us a little snippet of a Rock promo where he insults someone. We have to guess who he's insulting in that promo.
Yeah.
Based on the insult, I
This
guess.
is different, but I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. You know
Don't
what
give
I'm
'em
also
away
excited
before I
for?
get
The
'em.
merch
Don't give 'em
dropping
away
on
before I
March
get 'em.
14th at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. Shop.clutchpoints.com.
Don't help me.
So who's this from?
This is from Jason.
Jason.
Thank you.
Thanks for the quiz. Thanks for putting this together. Dante, what are we doing? Talk to me.
Well, The Rock's going to be talking to us, and I'm going to be
That's
putting this
true.
belt on the line.
All right,
How about
okay.
that? How about that? So, play us that clip.
The Rock is back to scratch a major itch. So enjoy your fruity pebbles, you yabba dabba bitch.
John Cena.
Shut up.
Play it again.
Easiest
The
one.
Rock is
What?
back
Wait,
to
what?
scratch a major itch.
What do you mean, play
so
it again?
Enjoy your fruity pebbles, you yabba dabba bitch.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's
Right. I'm
I
like,
like how
I
you
was
hear
about
the
to
end
say,
of
why
the
did you
crowd
need to play it
like,
again?
like for 2 seconds. Whoa!
Fruity Pebbles.
you yabba dabba bitch. That's great. That's so good.
as PG as it gets right there.
You yabba dabba bitch.
That's as PG
3, 2, 1.
Cena.
That's gotta be Cena.
Correct.
Can't imagine anyone else.
Easy.
Yeah, the fruity pebbles. The you yabba dabba
Give
bitch.
myself a point.
All right, this is gonna be
Yeah, I'm
crazy.
excited. Okay.
All right.
The Rock, Brahma Bull, great one, people's champ, and oh, to say the least, The Rock is something you're not undisputed champion, so shut up, bitch.
Classic.
Wait,
Classic.
Do it again.
I don't think I.
Do it
Shut
again.
up. I know.
You see
I
the
know
meme on Twitter.
I know. Shut up, bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
Undisputed champion. I don't know. That was the only hint, though. I mean, you obviously know
Yeah,
where it's
yeah,
from.
yeah.
But there's no like direct. You play it one more time.
Just him
The
being the
Rock,
champ.
Brahma Bull, great one, people's champ, and oh, to say the least, The Rock is something you're not undisputed champion, so shut up, bitch.
Okay, so that's when he said you're not undisputed
Definitely.
champion.
Yes.
Yeah, he says
Yes.
you're not.
Oh,
Stephanie
shut
McMahon.
Bitch.
I don't
Yeah, the crowd erupting each time is so
Okay.
funny. I don't
sound
know
like
if this
you're
is
talking
it.
to Stephanie
3, 2, 1.
McMahon.
HHH.
Oh, CM Punk.
Triple H.
Damn it.
Triple
I've
H.
just
I
seen
call
that clip on
Steph
Twitter
Curry's
so
wife.
many
Damn it.
times.
I know the. Shut up, bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, damn it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Why
Was
did I
that
pick
Nolan?
Stephanie?
Oh, so
That
I
was,
wasn't.
that was like
bitch.
early 2000s.
Oh,
maybe.
I thought that was
Yeah.
when he came back and had the
No,
title.
it was
and
Attitude Era.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I guess now that I'm thinking of it, I'm seeing he had the glasses and he was like, shut up.
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah.
Damn, way off. Okay, all right, number 3.
I'm gonna drink a big glass of milk,
Okay.
Kurt Angle.
eat some chocolate chip cookies, and then maybe I'll take 3 Viagra.
Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle. He's talking about Kurt Angle.
think-
I've heard of this.
I think I know this one. I'm going to drink a big glass of milk, eat
Kurt
3
Angle.
chocolate cookies or whatever, and take 3
Shut
Viagra.
up,
Oh, I've
John.
heard of
Stop
this
giving it
before.
away.
You want to play one more time?
Yeah, play it one more time.
I'm gonna drink a big glass of
The
milk,
voice is
That's
great.
the answer.
eat some chocolate chip cookies, and then maybe I'll take 3 Viagra.
The Viagra
Yo,
part
he wild.
is interesting.
Yeah, because
The Rock been wild, Joe.
Milk. I'll tell you what I'm thinking right now.
Okay, yeah.
But
Milk,
guess
I'm
what?
thinking
Stone
Kurt
Cold
Angle.
Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Cookies, I'm
keep
thinking like
up.
a big wrestler, like a big show, like a fat guy. And then Viagra, I'm thinking old wrestler, like Ric
Right,
Flair. So
right.
it's like, who
All of them.
loves milk, is big and horny?
Now I'm thinking it's definitely an old
I'm gonna
guy.
change my answer.
Bro, if you don't get this, bro, you're
Huh,
wild.
I'm changing mine too.
Who loves milk?
Huh. Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Put Hulk Hogan.
But Ric Flair.
That's why I raised it.
Kurt Angle.
I had.
Yo,
you
they
ass.
stupid as
Oh my
hell.
god, you talked me out.
They
was
dumb
Kurt.
as
Talk
hell.
to me
They
out
dumb
of
as
it.
bricks.
I-
They
Oh,
dumb
wow.
as bricks.
When was that from? I've heard of that before, too.
How the
Oh my
I
god,
don't know.
I'm never listening to you
Wait a
again.
minute.
I had
Oh my
Ric Flair, and
god.
that's why I raised
Because
it.
like
Oh
when
my
you started
God.
talking about, I thought.
Time out. Who the fuck are these dudes? Why are they doing a wrestling channel? I'm so confused. I'm so confused right now. This is the second time we done this, and they've just not gotten the most obvious of. What? Who likes milk? He asked himself the question. That was ridiculous. He said What? Ric Flair likes milk? The Rock is telling Ric Flair he's gonna have some chocolate chip cookies. These dumb as hell, boy.
Like it was all about the
I thought the Viagra would have been the main insult. there, you know what I mean?
That's
All right,
fine.
I got
Moving on.
two.
Next one.
Sweep said, yeah, I didn't want that pressure
Didn't
on
want
my
it.
shoulders.
And let's try and find a small space on this body that's not covered in ugly tattoos because The Rock wants you to get 2 more tattoos. Some more
CM Punk.
tattoos.
CM
Here's the
Punk.
thing. Go ahead.
CM
on your left
Punk.
butt cheek, The Rock wants you to get a tattoo of a big fat M&M. And then add a Snickers, a Milky Way, a Mounds. You can't have an Almond Joy because unlike you, Almond Joys actually have nuts.
That was a crazy way to get to that.
That was. He built,
All right,
that, he
so
built that one up.
tattoos.
What?
Tattoos. This has to be attitude era.
It's CM
So,
Punk.
You
yo.
play it one more time.
I thought he was like candy. Yeah, you don't whip that.
Well, I guess that's what he eventually gets to, yeah.
He didn't skip over. all that.
And let's try and find
Stupid
a small
tattoos
space
in the
on this
Attitude
body
Era.
that's not covered in ugly tattoos because The Rock wants you to get 2 more tattoos.
like,
Two more
once again,
tattoos.
2 more tattoos.
On your left butt cheek, The Rock wants you to get a tattoo of a big fat M&M. And then add a Snickers, a Milky Way.
I'm stuck
a
on the big
Mounds.
fat
You can't have
part
an
too.
Almond
But
Joy
Mound.
because
he
unlike
didn't have
you,
to
Almond
say
Joys
that about a
actually
fat
have nuts.
person.
Yeah, nuts. It's like
But like
four,
so do Snickers. Was he
it
mentioned?
was like
Sticking
four
with CM
different
Punk because he
almonds.
said 2
Yeah,
more
that
ugly
sounds
tattoos.
old. That sounds like attitude. Like his voice sounds like attitude.
Yeah.
Era. I wanted to put Punk again because he's covered in tattoos.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Not that
Why
I
you
don't
keep
know,
giving the
but it
answers
sound
away,
like-
jackass?
Yeah,
This is, you're
That's what
keep
we
going
would've
against
known.
it.
I think
They don't play the
because this one I
games
don't
right.
recognize as much. I think the new we've known him the last few years like Punk, the like all the newer opponents, Cena's. Like I think we recognize those.
Are you
These
sure?
ones are a little bit.
You didn't
out of our
recognize the-
time range. I think
Who
Punk's
did
a
he-
good guess though.
Who did he face in the attitude era? Who was covered in tattoos in the attitude
That's
era?
what I'm trying to think.
2 more tattoos.
2 more tattoos.
2 more
So Kurt
Dramatic
Angle was
pause.
out of
I
this.
have no idea.
Yeah, I just haven't guessed. I actually don't know either.
If it's Punk, it can't. It's no way it's Punk.
That'd be crazy if it was
3, 2, 1.
Undertaker.
Jeff Hardy.
It's CM Punk.
Dumbasses. Y'all stupid as hell. 3 points for me. I'm beating both of y'all niggas. Y'all dumb as hell.
My whole
Shot.
thought process is
He
out the
said
window.
2 more.
Because that sounds
They are
like addict,
dumb
like
as
just his
fuck.
voice.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
it doesn't. It
Wow.
sounds like The
So-
Rock. His
I
voice
love the
sounds
Undertaker
same
guess.
all
I
the
really
time.
did.
All right,
It sounds
I
like
guess I don't.
Attitude Era.
Everything I
Y'all
said
dumb
about
as
us
shit.
remembering,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
putting
forgetting
stuff out the window.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
my whole thought process. I'm starting
He
fresh.
said
I
2
was-
more
I-
ugly
I was like, you know
tattoos,
what?
my
This could
nigga.
be one. Maybe
Like,
it's a
CM
potential
Punk got a lot
sweep.
of
This
ugly tattoos.
maybe we know most
That
of
was like
these.
the most
Nope.
obvious.
Nice. So what do we got?
Number 5.
You're a hoe with big breasts.
Oh, it's Stephanie McMahon. That's easy. It's almost Steph.
So take the night off from hooking.
Milking.
Jesus.
If
You smell what The Rock is cooking.
I give you my word.
Classic.
This is
That's a
definitely
classic.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a
doesn't fly
classic
nowadays.
one.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
you
that is
can't
crazy.
say that.
That's you definitely
Is
couldn't
it-
say that now.
I don't know.
There's another clip
How
I've
The
seen
Rock
a million
said so
times on
much shit.
Twitter.
you
I'm
couldn't
between
get away with it.
2. I think I'm just gonna play it safe.
I don't know why the
3-1.
fuck they said Jeff
Stephanie
Hardy.
McMahon.
Correct.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Just, that
that
start
was
is
in-
what do you
Your
say?
boss's daughter.
You're a hoe
That's
with
nuts.
big insane start.
Number 6.
I just won King of the Ring, but there's one problem.
Everybody still thinks I absolutely suck. Billy Gunn.
That's it.
Is that at someone?
All right, so who won King of the
It's
Ring?
Billy
And
Gunn.
I
nigga.
don't
This is
know.
one
I mean,
his
King of the
most
Ring, they
famous
brought back a
promo-
few
Yo, I
times. I
can't-
don't think he was
This
at
is
all
stupid.
involved.
Russ,
Yeah,
why you
yeah.
gotta
They
be
did
watching
They
these
did a
things, man?
lot in the attitude. Not a
This
lot.
is about to be
but
my
more.
last Stash
Play it one
Club
more time.
video. This
I
is
just
not-
won King of the Ring, but there's one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
No, I don't know. I don't know much King of the Ring lore.
Wait a
I
minute.
have a good guess. I don't know if it's right, but
No,
my-
did he
I have a
diss
good
multiple
reason
people in
for
that?
it, yes.
Yeah,
That is
yeah, it was Billy
'cause there's
Gunn,
really
right?
nothing
Because he was,
there.
they
No,
was just
just
frying
one
him
King
in
of the
because
Ring.
Billy was in the ring.
That
I
makes
was
sense.
trying. I
Run
was
down
like,
the
did he
list,
diss
yeah.
multiple
I don't know.
people?
I
in that promo?
I wish I knew more about. I'm just
No,
gonna.
Billy
I'm just
Gunn.
gonna put this. If this person was in the quiz, I think there'd be a better insult. But just for my lack of knowledge here, 3, 2, 1.
Brock Lesnar.
But Stone Cold.
Billy Gunn.
Yo,
Wow.
y'all are stupid.
Wow.
It was tough. It didn't even
What
matter
are
who's
you
directed
talking
at him, like, he's just
about?
Talking about it.
What are y'all talking about? This is so frustrating to watch. How are these dudes have? How do they have? How many subscribers do they? They have 119,000 subscribers. How many subscribers I got? Y'all, the fuck are people watching? These dudes are wrestling fans. Did they just start watching wrestling 7 years ago? I'm so confused. How did you? He said Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, is that the only person you know that ever won King of the Ring? That was
He's
It almost-
incredible.
yeah, he's just like
I feel
alone.
that's kind of tough.
holy
I guess
shit.
maybe
that
maybe
wasn't
I'm thinking
kind
too
of
much.
tough.
Like after you have.
That is literally one of the this. That's literally one of The Rock's most famous promos ever. It's one of the most famous promos ever, period. Why would you? Oh my God, these
Absolutely.
guys,
Like the
man.
emphasis on suck,
Jesus.
DX suck it. Maybe
They
that's
are
the
bad.
connection.
They
I
are
don't know.
I know
terrible.
Brock won it, and then that led him to face The Rock.
Mm.
So I was thinking, oh,
Number 7.
But The Rock has but one thing to say to you. Somebody got a haircut.
Uh-oh.
Vince McMahon.
Uh-oh.
Somebody got a haircut.
Somebody got a haircut. Uh-oh.
play it again. But I need it just for that part.
But The Rock has but one thing to say to you.
No, he wasn't around at that
Somebody
time.
got a haircut.
Jerry Lawler.
Big Show.
I
Commentary.
don't know, dude.
I don't know this
I have
one.
2 people in mind. I have
Big
no idea
Show.
which one it could
Somebody
fucking be.
got a haircut. Who
I'ma
had
go
long
with
hair
Big
now
Show.
and then had short hair and
I
faced
think-
The Rock?
nah,
I
'cause
want to
Big
put
Show
Punk
shaved his
again.
head way
Taker
before
always
that.
had
What am I
long
talking
hair with the
about?
Attitude
No,
Era.
can't be.
Taker.
No, can't be.
This is like
No,
this
it
is
wasn't
really
Taker.
hard. But this is it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's really
This is
hard, but a
fun,
lot of
though.
fun.
This is
Kurt
Who
Angle
you want?
again is
Big
a
Show?
good pick.
Undertaker.
Big Show.
I said Big
wow,
Show.
that's-
I got it.
So I initially wrote
Good
down
call.
I wrote down Kurt Angle. 'cause
Yeah, it's a good
but
one,
we
too.
practically said
Whoa.
him already. So I was like, can't
Holy
be him.
shit.
I just thought maybe the transition to badass American
no,
biker, whatever
I
Taker.
get it.
Ah,
Yeah, that was just a
man.
good
I
guess.
thought
That's
the
a
Big
really
Show
good
cut his
guess.
hair when he
All
got
right.
4-2.
before he
Number
got
8.
to.
Four
No,
rock bottoms, 3 people's elbows on your 2 buck teeth. And
I'm sorry. That bugged me out because I didn't expect to get that right. So that bugged me the fuck out. All right, I got 6 points. That was crazy.
kicking all over New Orleans.
Mask King.
Why does he
All right,
sing
It's
so
what-
Hold
him
on, I gotta
already.
go back.
So I was like, it can't be him.
I just thought
That's
maybe the
crazy.
transition to badass
Yeah,
American
no,
biker,
I-
whatever
I
Taker.
get it.
Ah,
Yeah, that was just a
man.
good
Wow.
guess.
That's a really good guess.
Wow. All right.
4-2.
Number 8.
4 rock bottoms, 3 people's elbows on your 2 buck teeth. And kicking all over New Orleans.
Who has buck
Why
teeth?
does he sing so
It's what
much?
he
He's,
does.
he's
Love
like, doesn't he a good, isn't he not bad?
Yeah,
though.
most
Not bad
of his
singing.
insults are in the
loves
form of a
singing.
jingle.
Yeah, wow.
He does
You
love
play it again?
singing.
Yeah.
4 rock bottoms, 3 people's elbows on your 2 buck teeth.
Buck
And
teeth?
kicking all over New Orleans.
They're in New Orleans. Buck teeth.
Buck
got
teeth.
buck teeth.
That's what I'm trying
Attitude
to
Era
think
for
of.
sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Around Christmas time.
New Orleans. We have context clues here.
I have no clue, dude.
I don't know.
Where do you want?
I said Mick Foley.
Said the
I have
kid
no
from Leave It to
idea.
Beaver.
Test.
Oh,
Test.
R.I.P.
Test.
Test.
Is Test famous for buck
man.
teeth? I don't know.
I guess
to the
I
Rock.
never knew.
All right, number 9.
He does kind of have buck teeth.
You think you impressed The Rock? You think you impressed The Rock? Why? Because a couple of months ago, you were down south beating some jabroni named Juventud?
Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho.
He like kind of lost. He was like some jabroni name.
Down
Like,
south
what's
meaning
his name?
WCW. And
All right, I
this
need that
was
again. I'm
Chris
sorry.
Okay, so
Jericho's
someone who
intro.
faced Juventud Guerrera, or I think that's their name, right? Juventud Guerrera. I think. Okay.
I don't know.
You think that's his name? Yeah, man.
You
get
think
outta
you
here.
impressed The Rock?
These
You think you
dudes.
impressed The Rock? Why?
It's Chris
Because a couple
Jericho.
of months ago, you were down south beating
This is one of the most famous moments in The Rock's career. One of the most famous moments in Chris Jericho's career. There's no way they get this wrong. They can't get this wrong. There's no way they get this wrong. Like, there was a whole countdown, and he interrupted The Rock, who is the hottest. They don't get this wrong. This is one of the best, funniest.
some jabroni named Juventud?
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Juventud?
You got it.
I have
believe
no
in you.
clue.
The
You
Ju-
seem pretty good.
You have no
the
clue.
Juventud is the biggest clue, I think. So I know a couple of people that have had famous matches with Juventud, but I don't think.
Think it's
I
Eddie
just I
Guerrero,
don't know which
nigga? Who you
one.
think it
I don't know.
is?
I'm just gonna go with this.
Chavo
I don't know. 3, 2,
Guerrero,
1.
dickhead.
Eddie Guerrero.
Chris Jericho.
Oh, I knew. Fuck! Oh, I didn't mean to hit my laptop. I knew.
This motherfucker actually thought it was Eddie Guerrero. Somebody call these niggas. I need to talk to them. I need to talk to them bad. This is so fucking do they not know how embarrassing this is? Wait. Oh my God. This is giving me a fucking headache. These are some of the most important moments. These moments are the exact moments that are the reason The Rock is who he is. How don't they know these things? They're making obvious. Eddie Guerrero? Somebody just clue me in real quick. Just let me know about that Eddie Guerrero and The Rock feud. Maybe I missed it because there was a time in pro wrestling that I tuned out for a little. Maybe I missed something. I haven't seen any video or any evidence that this ever happens. There was nothing else to indicate that these two had ever been in a situation together. But this motherfucker, Chris Jericho, literally beat The Rock and Stone Cold in the same night to become undisputed champion and bragged about it for a fucking decade. And you picked Eddie Guerrero. He has no ties to The Rock. I can't. This is fucking ridiculous, yo.
So Juventud is like a famous luchador. He's had matches with Ray.
God.
So I knew The Rock never went one-on-one with Ray. I thought maybe cross paths with Eddie, but like Jericho was in the same circle.
Yeah, I
should have put. It's like the third time of. Oh my, this is so.
Surprised this nigga ain't picked
frustrating. This is the most
Dane Malenko.
frustrating quiz we've ever done.
Stupid ass nigga.
Jericho. I had the
Stupid as
hit.
shit,
I
boy.
didn't even know. Yeah,
Y'all
we were not on the
suck
same
at
same
wrestling
level.
history.
Give me another one. So.
Now this one has 2.
No,
so
stop.
1 point
Don't
for
give him
each.
another
Okay,
one.
okay.
Number 10.
The punk ass sucker and the silver spoon, motherfucker.
Okay, so, okay, all right, guys. If they don't get this, the video's over. I'm sorry. If they don't get this, the video is over. I can't do it no more. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. If they don't get this, the video's over. This is absolutely fucking, and I mean both of them. I can't do it. My head is. I ain't even lying. This is not kayfabe. I have a headache now. I'm not even lying. This shit gave me a fucking headache.
Wait, hold on.
Yo,
Need that.
it's
I
Booker
need
T
that
and Shane McMahon.
one more time.
Just so I can get my point.
And the silver spoon, motherfucker.
Why you asking to play it again? Oh, now I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous. They gonna get it wrong.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Okay, so I know one of them.
Can you replay what one more time?
Is he about?
Punk ass sucker
He about to
and
say.
the silver spoon, motherfucker.
No, he.
Silver spoon, motherfucker.
Okay,
about to
punk
say
ass
Stephanie.
sucker and
He about to
silver
say
spoon
Stephanie Yaney,
motherfucker.
because he heard her voice.
I don't know.
Stop, that's enough.
Yeah.
But
maybe
okay, but
he's
like
talking about
she's
Stephanie.
in there.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
don't think it's direct because we
Yeah, I
used
don't
her
think it
already.
was.
There
Yeah.
are no repeats.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It
There are
wasn't
no
her.
repeats.
That's why I was like,
Yeah,
nah, it's
because
not Stephanie. But he's
that's what,
okay,
that's
so
what my
he's not gonna
confusion
say
was.
Stephanie.
Because she's obviously there, but like,
Yeah, she
And I'm
was
not
there.
even like in my head.
It's not
In my
Stephanie.
head, he's talking to a tag team, and
Right.
she's maybe the manager.
Perhaps.
And I'm sure we have a similar one based on Sucka.
yes,
maybe
I think we
I'm
have
wrong then.
that guy.
So the only thing I could think for the silver spoon was gonna be Triple H, but we had Triple H already.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of who's in a tag team with Booker T.
Yeah, unless Booker T might not even be the answer. Silver
he's
spoon.
gotta
Booker T
be
is
in.
definitely
Sucka,
an
punk
answer,
ass
stupid.
Sucka. Yeah, but that also is like I could see the Rock
could
just calling
call
people
anyone
Sucka.
punk
You know what I
ass
mean?
Sucka, yeah.
Punk
No,
ass
he's
Sucka
not
and
calling
silver
anyone
spoon
sucker
motherfucker.
like that.
Who
Who
I'm
was
putting
out
this left
there
with the
with
team
Booker?
more so maybe just weighing. Maybe I'll get one. You know,
I'm gonna go with
3-1.
Shane.
Booker T and Goldust.
Booker T and Shane McMahon.
Booker
Oh.
T and Shane McMahon.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh
Wow. I mean,
Let
yeah,
me
silver
just-
spoon.
that
That,
was
that
easy,
wouldn't make
though. I
sense.
didn't know
Wow!
That's
Just
good.
like that,
Wow.
tie.
Them being confused is confusing me because now I'm second guessing myself about shit that I obviously know. It's like I knew it was Shane McMahon and Booker T off the rip. That's why I said if they get it wrong, I'm out of here. But then they had me confused. Like, wait a minute, was it somebody else out there too?
Game, tie ball game. Oh no, wait, you're up 5.
No.
Just like that, one. closing the gap.
Good.
I
Yeah, I
watched
was
too
just
many.
thinking anyone.
I watched too many Rock fucking roasting people YouTube videos to not know these. Like I've seen all these clips 1,000 times. It's too hard.
What Booker T was in a tag team with. He said silver. I'm like, wait, where's gold? Close
That's funny. That's
Yeah, I
funny.
don't
Silver
know.
does. Okay. All right. I feel good now. I feel good
No,
now.
that was a big one. That was a big one.
All right, number 11.
Oh, is that him doing? He's going. Is the track skipping or is he just going? It
Sounds like
doesn't
gold.
matter.
That's what it sounds like.
No,
I
who has a
think I-
stutter? Somebody
What?
had a stutter.
Can you play it? How do you have
Is it
anything for
Goldust?
this? Can you
I
play it
know
again?
this. And
It doesn't matter.
Is it someone that
It sounds like a
stutters?
yeah, that's.
I think he's
think
making
it's
fun of someone
Goldust.
that stutters.
I think it's Goldust.
Who stutters? How
have
do you have something?
Again,
Goldust
I don't know if it's
stuttered.
right, but I have.
It
a
was
reason
stuttered because
for
he
it.
did that.
I don't know, dude. 3, 2, 1.
Fucking
Is it
weird shit.
Goldust?
It's
Mankind
Goldust.
/ Mitt. Good one.
No, it's
It's the
Goldust.
Dudley
Oh.
Boys.
That's right. It's
That-
the
yeah, I think
Dudley
Bubba-
Such
Boys.
a good
work,
So
Yeah,
the
good
reason
work,
why I
good
put
work.
Goldust is because they
Good
did
work.
this big story
It was
early
the
2000s
Dudley
where he got
Boys.
electrocuted
He's like,
and
"What
he had
is your
stutter
name?"
Yeah,
after. So he was
yeah.
like, my name is like he would do stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
thought the Rock.
That's a
It doesn't
great
matter
catch.
what your
I
name
put
is.
Mankind for
remember
similar
now.
reasons. He has kind of an odd way of talking, you know?
Yeah, I think.
Or
I guess
different
Bubba
way.
That shit
Ray
was
or
hilarious.
Steve-
I wouldn't have guessed that in a million years. That was crazy.
Number
Why
12.
wouldn't you? Okay.
You want a shot at the great one, but there's only one problem: is you never told him whether you will cheat or whether you will chunk. Ayariba, ayariba.
Was that racist? That made me uncomfortable. I ain't gonna even lie. The Rock was crazy. Man.
This one sounds offensive for sure.
Yeah, okay, because I'm like, whoa. Yo, this nigga. That was Uncle. Why they put this one in? I'm mad that I got to guess because now, of course, I'm going to guess some Latino person, and now I feel racist. So this ain't fair. This is fucked up.
All right, Cheech and Chong, Arriba.
I didn't even
Everything
hear
you say
him
sounds
say
racist
it.
now.
So
'Cause
fast
like,
and you
it's not,
sing.
Yeah,
no,
Play it one more
play
time.
no way to
man.
talk this out. Just work
You
it out
want
in
to
your
Shannon the
head.
Great One, but there's only one problem, is you never told him whether you were Cheech or whether you were Chong. Arriba.
Definitely attitude, Eric. It's a little, definitely offensive.
Definitely on the line here.
Whew, that's-
Arriba, Cheech or Sean.
Is that what Eddie Guerrero?
What is that?
I have no clue.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
It's like the context I'm getting is he's being
I don't
offensive
fucking
toward
know.
like a Mexican wrestler. That's as
Clearly.
far as my thinking is going.
Yeah,
because you don't want just
Eddie.
don't say no
Also
more,
put
bro.
Eddie.
That's correct.
All right.
Eddie's right.
All right,
Okay.
there we go.
I didn't
Definitely,
guess that. I
definitely
didn't know,
90s.
honestly.
Yeah,
Definitely 90s.
Definitely not
Wow.
late 20s.
So
That's
wait a minute. I was
crazy.
wrong. Did they have a feud? Did they? I don't think they feuded though. Did The Rock and Eddie have a feud? Because he was firing up Vicky Guerrero constantly.
All right.
I don't-
13.
Maybe I'm
And on
wrong.
top of all that, look at this, guys. He's an idiot. He's
Comes
7
underwater.
feet, pure idiot. You put his brain in a parakeet, zing, fly backwards.
This sounds like Donald Trump. Something Donald Trump would say.
Can you play it one more
Kendrick
time?
Perkins.
Yeah,
It's definitely like they got the clip, but they didn't get this clip through some clean means.
Yeah.
This has been processed and fucking okay.
And on top of all that, look at this, guys. He's an idiot. He's 7 feet, pure idiot. You put his brain in a parakeet, zing, fly
It's the Big
backwards.
Show. He said 7 feet, bro. Did they already use Big Show? We already used Big Show. Okay. Damn, I'm stopping the time. I'm cheating. Oh, my bad.
7 feet.
Oh, but there's no repeats.
Kevin.
I
Oh,
was
he's
gonna
Kevin
say
Nash.
Big
He's
Show,
Kevin
7
Nash.
feet.
Is
Who
Kevin
else was
Nash?
tall?
ain't
I
it?
mean,
Maybe not.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Few
I'm gonna guess
people.
Kevin Nash.
I like my guess.
That's my guess.
Tall guy.
I like my guess.
Kane.
3-1.
Kane.
Oh,
Diesel.
Good,
Ooh.
Kane.
good job.
I
Yeah,
was
good
between
job.
Kane or
Well, Griff's
Undertaker,
already
honestly.
seen
Those
it.
Kane's a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
one because sometimes like a lot of
Kane
it
is
they're
a
like
good
he's
one.
silent so he's
Yeah,
dumb.
exactly.
Yes,
That's
yeah, I
good.
remember
That,
the
that
promo
bird line,
now.
I laughed at it not because I knew like what this was. Because a few months ago, Kendrick Perkins, who was former Celtic now an analyst, said about the Celtics head coach. He goes, got bird brain. He goes, you place a bird, he flies backwards or something like that, like on live
Oh.
TV, like very
I
similar.
guess
to
that's
that.
I guess that's a saying.
I'm like, that's
Guess
crazy.
so.
That's a crazy
Wow.
insult. Yeah.
Next one. 7-5.
14.
The Rock knows that you've got one eye that goes that way and another eye that goes that way.
Wait a minute.
And The Rock is just hoping for one single solitary second that the eye that's going that way is looking at The Rock's hand going that way, so The Rock will slap that crooked eye straight.
Sick.
Yo, he was wild,
Who
Joe.
has a crooked eye, a lazy eye? Who has it?
Who has
that's,
a
I know
lazy
this.
eye?
I know this.
Lock in.
Who
That's
has a
all
lazy eye,
I.
yeah?
That's all I'm basing off my
Fuck, who
guess.
has a lazy eye? Oh, I've heard of
Who has
this.
a lazy eye?
this
Don't tell me.
person-
Give
this
me one
person I
second.
wrote-
Give me
So
one
I need it.
second.
I need it one more time.
Lazy
It's like
eye.
eyes closed.
I think my timing is off here. Lock in. He's
Lazy
so
eye.
locked in.
Lazy
The Rock
eye.
knows that you've got one eye that goes that way and another eye that goes that way.
Wait a minute.
And The Rock is just hoping for one single solitary second that the eye that's going that way is looking at The Rock's hand going that way, so The Rock will slap that crooked eye straight.
I put down
What
a
is
person.
it?
I put down a person with an eye thing, but I don't know if it's right. It can't be right.
Son of a bitch, man.
Well,
Man,
slap
these
that
motherfuckers
crooked
gonna
eye
catch
straight.
up with me. I got 8.
Oh, is it?
I think you're thinking of who I
Dante
put.
got
See, the
7.
timing's weird.
Oh, I think.
Long as
Maybe
Dante
you,
don't
but
get it.
yeah.
I still
3-1.
in
Is it
the
Shawn
lead.
Michaels?
Shawn Michaels.
That's right.
It's Perry Saturn.
Oh, he
come on,
does
man.
have the.
Does,
Does
but
have,
I.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because Shawn does have like
So
the.
now,
the
okay,
the
so
one
we're
eye,
just
the one
doing all
lazy
the
eye, whatever.
radicals.
I feel like
in
you got
a
that
row?
later in life,
Is that
so I
what's
didn't
going
know
on?
what.
They just did all the radicals in a row. It was like Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, Perry, Dean Malenko's next. Is that what's going on? Did he go down the line and diss everybody? I'm just gonna guess Dean Malenko is next. That's gonna be my.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Perry
fuck.
Saturn, I would not have
No,
guessed.
I wouldn't have guessed that either. But
Yeah, that was a good one to throw you
Right,
throw you
15.
off.
Is this
That
the
was a
last
good
one?
No.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, good.
How's your lips? How do you like your lips? You like them where they are? Because if you keep running your mouth, The Rock and Mick Foley are going to slap your lips right off your French faces.
Say
Oh, that's
French
the
faces.
French
Now,
connection.
the lips laying right here flopping around like fish. And then, hold on a second, you're gonna be like that. And what The Rock is gonna do, The Rock and Mick Foley are gonna pick up your French lips and make you kiss our American asses.
That's sick. That goes hard.
Is that the French Connect or the Un-Americans or the French
whatever.
Canadian
We'll
or the
credit.
French?
3, 2, 1.
Rene Dupree?
Is it La Resistance?
Oh
La
yeah, La
Resistance.
Resistance. I was
wasn't
trying to
La
think of the
Resistance.
name.
Was it a
I
team
couldn't
one, or
think of
is
their
it a single
fucking
person?
names.
It just says La
So I got
Resistance,
it
but like
wrong.
they
Yeah.
say
You're taking it, he's in it, he's
yeah,
in it.
like in the recording two
Take half
seconds.
point,
Dante
take
caught
half
up
point.
with me.
If you said tag team, if
I
it
think
was,
he
I would
did.
put La
I
Resistance.
might have not.
Yeah,
put
I
down
would-
a
yeah, for
couple,
sure,
but
for sure.
Whatever.
All right, took a whole
Don't
point there.
Franco. Do you want me to take a half?
No, it's fine.
I can if you. I'll take a half point.
No,
you
no,
took it
please.
last time.
All right.
Let's make it. Let's make it.
Shit, okay.
All right, let's do it.
16.
The fact of the matter is this: is I will give you every drop of sweat, every drop of
Stone
blood,
Cold Steve
every
Austin.
ounce of energy I have. Win, lose, or draw.
Stone Cold
you
Steve
are gonna
Austin.
get the absolute best of The Rock at WrestleMania.
Stone Cold Steve
There's a
Austin.
reason
Stone Cold
Alright, so
Steve
who's he
Austin.
fighting at
Weird.
WrestleMania?
Yeah.
That was
literally.
that one was
Why
like
is
very
that weird?
calm.
He was like over.
They were sitting down with Jim Ross across from each other. It was a one shot. Like, why is this weird? It's one of the most famous things that built up to that WrestleMania. I don't know what the fuck these guys been doing. Like, what wrestling have they been watching? I just don't understand how they get the easiest ones wrong. I just
Satellite. It didn't even sound like he was in a crowd.
I
It
was
sounded
waiting
like
for him to scream something.
Yeah, he was very calm. He was very direct.
started singing. I was waiting for
His tone of voice
It
wasn't
was
even
very
like
serious.
because
All
they
right,
were
just,
serious.
if you want to play it
was
again,
a
you
serious
can. I just have it.
interview.
Because there's nothing really in there that's like giving clue except for who's he fighting at Mania.
Right. I just put down a
Yeah.
Mania
Stone Cold
opponent that
Steve
we
Austin.
haven't had yet.
Yeah, and that's the tricky part because there's two of them.
I don't know much about this build. That's why the reason I put this, I don't know
you
much
see
about this
my eyes,
build,
right?
and it seemed like a
Like,
kind
I'm-
of
man.
serious
All right, we'll put the same
build.
one.
3, 2, 1.
Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan.
Stone
That's the
Cold.
fucking other one I was fucking shit.
See, that's why I didn't want to put it because, like, I feel like
been a better one for Stone
him and
Cold.
Stone Cold
Yeah.
have gone back and forth. Wow, damn.
Ooh, I want to punch you in the face. Ooh, just come here. Oh, you stupid. You two, you stupid. Y'all both stupid. Oh my fucking God. Hulk Hogan? So everybody remembers that when The Rock was beefing with Hulk Hogan, he was a heel and he wasn't putting promos like that because there was nothing serious about that feud. It was mostly The Rock cracking jokes on the NWO, and we all remember those promos too as well. I gotta speak softly because if I keep yelling, my brain is gonna burst. I apologize to you guys. This is a little too much for me right now. I've never met two stupider people with a wrestling channel. It's obviously taking a toll on me. Let's move on.
Damn.
There's also some good Hulk Hogan ones, which would have
That's
been like,
what I-
that was
yeah,
Hogan, that
yeah.
would have sucked too, but fuck. All right,
All right.
next one.
17.
By the way, when we get to No Way Out, you remind The Rock. One thing, remind The Rock to whip that ass. That's all he asks. Just remind The Rock. Got a busy day that day. All right.
What did he
Fucking
say?
weird.
I have
He's
no
got a
clue what he
busy
said.
day.
I am gonna be completely honest with you. Like, this is actually crazy coincidental. I watched that clip last night.
Really?
I was on YouTube and they had best of Rock stuff.
Oh.
That's insane.
Can you play it again?
By the way, when we get to No Way Out, you remind The Rock. One thing, remind The Rock to whip that ass. That's all he asks. Just remind
already
The Rock.
used
Got a
Kurt
busy day
Angle.
that day.
Remind The Rock of what that
Is it
ass.
Brock Lesnar?
Remind The Rock to whip that ass.
Oh,
Brock
to whip
Lesnar,
that
'cause
ass.
that's where he lost
Yeah.
the belt, right? No, he
That's
lost the belt at
crazy. That's
SummerSlam.
insane.
Oh, there's
right?
no. I mean, other than I
But did they
guess
fight at
Met
No Way Out?
The
I'm
No
gonna
Way
guess
Out
Brock
match.
I think
Lesnar.
it's the last one. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I have no
crazy.
clue. I heard
I don't
ass,
know.
and I'm putting this. 3, 2, 1.
What?
Hulk Hogan.
Rikishi.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh, that
I
was
literally watched that
No Way
12
Out.
hours
You're
ago.
right.
They
I
fought
was
at No
like-
Way Out, and then had a Mania match.
And it was
That
so
was
it
the
was
Hulk
the
Hogan.
build up to him fighting Stone
we
Cold.
used Brock
So
Lesnar
they
yet?
fought
I
at
don't
Mania
think we
18,
used Brock
and then
Lesnar yet.
him and Stone Cold fought at 19.
Yeah.
But on the way there, he fought Hogan.
That's
Oh,
right.
Yeah, so
weird.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Damn,
I
wild.
just
That
watched
threw me
that.
off.
Yeah.
That's true.
18.
He only knew that shit because he just saw the clip.
What in the blue hell do you think you're doing, you sick freak?
That's exactly what he is.
Wait, this sounds really
think I
familiar.
know.
This sounds familiar. I don't know it, but it sounds familiar. Play it one more time.
Brock tried to set him up.
Yeah, Rich gets him.
Whoa! What in the blue hell do you think you're doing, you sick freak?
That's exactly what he is.
That's exactly what he is.
Why does this sound so familiar? Why do I like?
Oh man,
I like my
'cause it
guys.
is.
Like I remember.
He definitely wanted to say you sick fuck.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was some instance right where they were like they were egging on some sort of kiss and like they're about to and he stops it and he's like stop, what are you sick, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. Is it one person?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Vince.
Trish.
Vince.
Oh, what's the?
You were right.
Oh, the
Because he
Trish
was
on the other
kiss
hand.
Trish,
Oh.
and then she brought out Rikishi.
Stupid.
He's like, no, that's
was
not who you're
almost there.
kissing. And he brought out Rikishi. That's
Oh.
what you're right. You had the whole
Wow. God damn
thing.
it.
Yeah, I was like, yep.
Oh, I just needed the. Damn it. Okay.
All right.
Is this the
Wager
wager?
round, yeah.
Fuck. See, this is what I'm worried about. We got all the big hitters out. Cena, Stone Cold, Hulk.
There is
Vince.
definitely a
No,
process
there's
of
still more
elimination.
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
Huh.
That's gonna be top.
There's
Okay.
still some more there. I'm waiting for the Hurricane
No,
one
I'm
and the
not
Brock
even doing
Lesnar
math here. I'm
one.
just gonna. All right.
I know there's
All right,
some
fuck it.
more
Rock knows
coming.
you like sticking microphones up cows' rectums. Don't you?
Farmer.
He was trolling somebody. I
That's
remember.
it. That's
He was
it.
trying
That's
to. He was trying to make somebody
All right, give
laugh.
it to us one more time.
Ooh, he
Rock
was
knows
trying
you
to
like
make
sticking
somebody
microphones
laugh.
up cows' rectums. Don't you?
Don't you?
Don't you?
You
Man.
like sticking microphones up cows' rectums.
Who's a farmer?
What?
Who likes cows? Oh
No.
You like sticking microphones up cows'
Who doesn't
rectums.
talk?
process of elimination.
But as we learned, it could be like so we got like an Eddie in there, and him and Eddie didn't have like, to my knowledge, like a notable monumental feud. You know what I mean?
No.
Perry Saturn was in there. You like sticking? What does that even
Dudley's.
mean? You like sticking
I'ma just go with
microphones
Hurricane,
up
'cause I
cows?
can't
Like,
think
Yeah,
of what it
I
is.
was upset. I wanted more. I wanted an explanation. I wanted.
Maybe
more
it was
color.
Hurricane because when he was doing the whole hamburger,
Don't
he
you?
was just
Don't
saying
you?
random stuff to
Don't
Hurricane.
you?
I'm guessing Hurricane.
At this point, I'm kind of
Final
just
answer.
putting a wrestler that I think he had a thing with that we haven't gotten yet.
Yeah.
Not locking it in,
Hurricane.
but I wrote down some letters on my board, and those letters just so happen to form the name of the wrestler.
I think it.
And like the person I put down, I'm like, why would he say this to him? Why would he? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
I
used
think
to
I'm
say
just gonna
random
have to
shit to
just come up with
Hurricane,
this an educated guess. I can't. The whole like.
Trying to think if anyone wore like cow
I'm thinking
stuff.
like overalls, like plaid shirts
No,
that wear a
no.
top, like a hat.
Rock was
Overalls is a
random.
good thought process.
Right, but I
Overalls.
can't-
Overalls.
But I can't think of anyone.
I think I think I'm going cap
yeah,
on
I
here.
think I'm gonna have to. Cow's ass. A cow's ass. Cow's rectum.
A microphone. I really don't understand the microphone
I don't
part.
get it
tell me.
either. I wish I
wanna
we
find
could
out
hear more
more.
of this.
You hear a lot of it with a microphone up there. You know what I mean? Woo.
Come on, what's the
Jesus.
fucking
Don't know
answer?
either. Dante.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to the wager.
Oh, this is the last one.
Good
All right.
luck for the
I already beat y'all,
SCW
man.
Championship.
I got
It's
10.
been a fun one. I like this.
was
Hard,
fun.
but like a lot of fun.
This was fun.
Well, I
yeah.
guess
Our
Dante
answers in
could beat me if he get it.
3, 2, 1.
I said Undertaker.
I said Mick Foley, Mankind.
The coach.
Jonathan Coachman.
That's right.
Yeah.
Backstage.
You know what's funny?
interview. Damn it,
I
when
swear he
had
crossed
him.
my mind, but there was wow.
How did I
6.5.
forget that?
Hey, you
I was
quick little
thinking
retain.
Michael
That was
Cole
fun.
at
That was
1.2.
tough. That was fun.
Coach.
He's
that
from
was a
Kansas.
good one.
I
He
know.
had so many
Did you
good
do
ones
research?
with
That's what it
Coach.
said.
That-
Thank you for watching.
y'all
Let us know
heard-
if you want to see more.
But y'all heard me say who doesn't talk back, right? Because I visualized it in my head, and I was like, yeah, I remember him doing this, and he was just talking to the person. I was like, he was trying to make somebody laugh. That was the first thing that I said, because I remember in that scene, Coach just trying to keep from just, Coach just like, he looked stupid as hell, just trying not to bust out laughing at The Rock. But yeah, I remember that clip. Damn, I'm mad I ain't get that one, but I got 10, so I still won. I still won. I'm surprised we ain't get a Michael Cole one in there. That was he had a couple good ones on Michael too. Yeah, man, that was a good video? Question mark. That was a stressful video to watch, indeed. But yeah, man, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate y'all watching as always. Let's get into another one, man. I had another one loaded up. But what time is it? I got a few little plans going on. Let me just check this time real quick. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. All right, I'm cool. Damn, we've been on for 2.5 hours, y'all. Fuck it. Let's watch one more video, man. I got a little bit of time, man. Still hang out. Let's see. Was it this one I wanted to watch? Oh yeah. Hold on, man. Y'all, I swear I want to do another Stash Club video just to see if I can make my brain explode. But I'm scared. I don't need health issues right now. Oh man, that was entertaining, man. I gotta give him props on that one. That was actually pretty entertaining just because it's so ridiculous how I don't get them shits. It's so ridiculous, but makes for good content. I give him that. Let's see, what was this? WrestleMania just dropped this. I wanted to watch it. It might be stupid, it might be good, but oh, you said, hold on, Gus had something else on. Pet voice over with The Rock? What the fuck is that, man? Shit better not be crazy. You 1 for 1, so I give you props. Hold on, let's see. Why ain't it popping right up? What am I supposed to be missing? Supposed to be listening for? What's the name of the actual video, man? I don't see that shit. Pet voiceover with The Rock. Yes. Maybe voiceover is one word. But I think it still should have popped up. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see what you're talking about. don't see it. Wait a minute. Is it? Oh. Wait a minute. Am I not supposed? Is the dude's name The Rock? The dude who does the videos? Because I see something here. Best of Rockstar funny talking animal voiceovers. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. This Rockstar dude. Okay. I was like, man, what the hell are you talking about? I was looking for the actual The Rock. Got me over. Does he have one with The Rock? Is that what you're saying? You got me confused, man. This shit is confusing. Let me see. Please stop squeaking. Oh, here we go. Okay, I see it. Damn, 2.7 million views. I guess it's a popular video. Hold on, what the fuck? I'm already saying.
I'm gonna squeak the hell out of this thing. Squeaky. Squeaky. I'm gonna keep squeaking this thing till you let me go outside, Dwayne. Squeaky. Man, what multi-millionaire will buy a dog a $5 squeaky toy? Dwayne, that's who bought y'all. Oh, I didn't even know you was right there. What's up?
Please.
Please what?
Please stop.
All right, I'll stop.
Thank you.
Okay, you welcome.
Thank you.
Why you keep saying thank you? All right.
Thank you.
All right, I love you.
I love you too.
All right, I'll stop.
But please stop that shit.
I said I'll stop. They ain't gotta curse at me like that. You the one bought this old cheap toy for Christmas.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, whatever. You don't intimidate me, Dwayne. I'm a dog. I got rights. If I want to squeak, I'll squeak this thing all day. Squeaky. Can you hear what the dog is squeaking, Rock? Squeaky. I'm a
Yo. Yo. Who the fuck did that?
What?
Who the fuck did that? Hold up, man. I'm not diving into this rabbit hole, man. This is dangerous. What the fuck?
Go where?
Okay, so stay here.
Right here? Where's
Sit.
my...
No, sit.
But I just want my treat. How come when y'all get a treat, you put it in your hand? But when I want a treat, y'all make me do tricks. Why I gotta do tricks for my treat?
Which one?
It's right here. Now give me my treat.
Like, bitch, I use my nose to sense, not my eyes.
Open the door for me.
Eddie.
What? Open the door.
The door's on the other side. It's open.
Look at what? You swatting the fly? You saw mosquitoes?
Come on.
I'm trying to open this side.
That's not the side. Come on, bud.
What you mean? This the glass. Right here?
There you go. Come on.
You never open the door?
Door's open.
Yeah, right. Is this door open?
Come on, your sister, open the door.
Oh, how you do that? How you do that? Show me. Because you magic. I ain't coming in there. You need to shut the door. Shut it.
He's super smart, but then sometimes he's...
Okay, now open it back up. See, there we go.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, look.
You just had to close it open.
I told you it wasn't open. What you filming, Mom?
The small dog bag that I got to feed the other dogs for the rest of the week, torn apart and eaten. Did you do it? Bruno.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you do it?
Take a guess.
I think it is you. You look a little guilty, buddy.
Yeah, because I'm the only dog around.
Bruno.
I didn't even like it. What? Hold on,
Oh my God.
Give me 1 second.
Up!
Okay, I'm coming. Oh, that squirrel got off. Lucky boy almost had that squirrel. Yeah, what you want, huh?
What you doing?
Nothing really. I was just chasing the squirrel, then I saw this dirt mixed with doo-doo. I was going to roll in it.
Don't go rolling in that. Whatever that is, don't go rolling in it. You're gonna need a bath later.
All right.
Where you going?
I'm going to go back over there and roll in the dirt doo-doo mixture. You don't get the bath, I might as well roll in it anyway. There's nothing else to do around here. So,
As a large dog owner, I know this life.
Is that cool with you? So then I'm going to go back over there. You can just call me when you're ready to go.
Well, we're at the vet, and Mrs. Dooley trying to get me to go home.
We're leaving.
It's getting ridiculous, son.
No, you're ridiculous.
Let go of the leash.
No, this is an unauthorized visit.
He's trying to get me to go home. It's ridiculous.
Let him stick that thing on my butt. It's ridiculous.
He's trying to show his mother.
Show him when we get home.
We're not going home.
Yes.
Stop.
No, let's go.
We're not going home. Stop.
Come on.
We haven't done anything yet. Stop.
Oh, they're coming outside to get me.
What's wrong with you?
Don't tell him.
Don't tell me what.
What he did.
What did you do? Boy, don't be running up on me. It was feelings. What did y'all do?
You ready for Bob?
Yep.
I want to send him some of my pet videos.
Not your turn.
Okay. Can you put a shoe on my paw? Okay.
Do you want to go or do you want to go?
I want to go.
I want to go. Yeah, I want to go. Let me get your phone for you. Let me get your phone. Oh, I'm ready to go. What's taking so long? Put your shoe on. Put your shoe on. All right. Put it on.
All right. They got to pee. When's the last time you took the
Okay,
dog out?
enough scratches. Come on, let's go outside. I'm ready to go.
What's wrong,
Right.
Mom?
Damn.
Oh, you want me to help you?
What's wrong?
I can help you.
Just run barefoot like we do. Ooh, what is this? Oh, what is this? Oh, no, it's snow. Oh, it's snow. I'm so excited. Oh, it's so much snow. Hey, look, right here. Hey, look right here. Snow, it's snow everywhere. Hold on, let me eat some. Hold on. Oh, that's cold. Oh, I love it. Oh, wait, hold up. I almost choked on it. Let me get some more. Oh, I love it. Look over there. And over there. It's snow everywhere, y'all. Oh, look all over.
I wonder if he scripts these fucking videos, man. That shit is hilarious. Oh, man. That's funny. I got to subscribe to this dude's channel. He's funny. I ain't gonna lie. I like funny animal videos. He got 1.2 million subscribers. Damn, this dude is popular. I guess I'm late to the party. This shit is ridiculous.
I'm gonna squeak the hell out of this thing.
That shit is ridiculous. All right, guys, we're going to watch one more video before we get up out of here. I wanted to check this one out before we dip. This video is by WrestleMania, and this one's called WrestleMania Moments That Were Not Supposed to Happen. So I haven't watched it, so I have no idea what they're going to put in here, honestly. So let's get into it.
WrestleMania moments that were never supposed to happen. Number 10, Shane McMahon tears his quad. WrestleMania 39.
They started with this?
WrestleMania 39 featured a completely unexpected
This is
return.
hilarious.
As the prodigal son Shane McMahon returned to WWE to challenge The Miz. McMahon received a hero's welcome from the audience, yet this applause quickly turned to concern when McMahon was lying in a heap on the mat. It turned out that during a leapfrog attempt, the former European champion had tore his quad. An injury of this magnitude happening during a live WrestleMania broadcast put WWE in a very difficult position. Yet thanks to quick communication, WWE improvised and they had Snoop Dogg quickly punch The Miz
The
and follow
worst
it up
thing
with a
about
people's
WrestleMania
elbow.
that year
WWE
is
and their talent
terrible.
must be prepared for anything, and the aftermath of McMahon's injury couldn't have
God,
been
that was
handled any
terrible.
better. Number 9, the Blade Jobs WrestleMania 8. During the early 90s, WWE had a strict no blood policy, and this applied to
He
all wrestlers
saved
across
it,
the board.
but
However, when it came
it
to
still
WrestleMania
sucked.
8, two wrestlers decided a little bloodshed would enhance their respective matches. First, during Bret Hart's match with Roddy Piper, Hart bladed, and he did such a convincing job with making it look like he was busted open in a legitimate manner that he avoided a fine and any punishment. The same couldn't be said for Ric Flair, as a prone blader decided to blade during his WWE title showdown versus the Macho Man, and it was so obvious what Flair had done that Vince McMahon fined both men a reported figure of $500,000. According to the late Lonnie Poffo during an interview with Inside the Ropes, Flair obtained genuine heat from McMahon, yet Poffo admits the crowd loved the incorporation of blood into the title matchup. Rick caught some legitimate heat from Vince McMahon for blading during the match and was fined. Things had changed since I did that blade job for Andre the Giant. The company didn't want the boys blading at that point, but Rick knew how fans reacted to seeing blood staining his blonde hair and did it anyway. Vince was mad, but the fans loved it. Number 8, the Big Show spot gets cut short WrestleMania 33. For the most part, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 33 was a typical Battle Royal. However, the early elimination of the Big Show did come as a huge surprise, as Big Show was one of the biggest names in the match. It was reported at the time that Big Show was unhappy backstage, as he was supposed to have an extended spot in the match with Braun Strowman, and the spot was reportedly cut short by numerous wrestlers failing to let the moment breathe. Former WWE star Sean Waltman, aka X-Pac, would discuss the blunder on his radio show, and this is what Waltman had to say.
Before the thing was even over, Big Show had a bunch of guys that were in the Battle Royal back in the back, and he was going off.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was over the stuff with him and Strowman. Because they had a moment there, you know, and I think the moment got taken from him too quick.
Number 7, Dominic Mysterio throws water at his sister, WrestleMania 39. WrestleMania 39 saw Rey and Dominic Mysterio finally collide in a 1v1 matchup. The match lived up to expectations, and it was a perfect match to bring an acclaimed rivalry to a close. Now, an interesting fact about the WrestleMania 39 matchup is that Dominic went off script and threw the water at his sister. This unplanned spot was a great move, as it took the intensity of the match to the next level, and Dirty Dom himself offered some insight on the improvised spot during an appearance on the Ring of Wrestling show.
I didn't know I was going to throw a drink at my sister. I mean, I kind of walked down and I saw her holding a cup, and I was like, this dumbass is holding a cup. So I grabbed it and I was going to drink it. I saw there was a little bit of water and I said, that's just a little bit. So I figured I'd throw it on her. But yeah, that was a blast. Looking back at it now, I threw it with some force. She didn't expect that at all. So I think that's it's a lot of fun, man. Hopefully
He's an asshole.
I get to do some more stuff where I get to torture him, because it's a blast, you know.
Number 6,
He's like the Undertaker with his character.
WrestleMania 17. From top to bottom, everything on the WrestleMania 17 card came together to produce a beloved and celebrated pay-per-view event. One of the more underrated matches on the show saw Kane, Big Show, and Raven face off in a chaotic yet thrilling hardcore match for the hardcore title. One of the infamous spots in the match saw Raven drive a golf cart into a mesh fence wall backstage, and this wall covered the wires that powered the entire building. Raven was legitimately just a few inches away from cutting the power to the entire arena. And speaking of Fightful, the wrestling veteran gave his recollection of the incident, but I ruined the greatest spot in the history of WrestleMania. We were supposed to be driving and the Big Show choking while I was driving, and I was supposed to drive all around the building with Kane driving behind us in hot pursuit. What happened was that there was a fence that looked like a wall fence, so I thought if I drove into it and bounced off, it would look cool because I was getting choked by a 400-pound guy. Then I hit the fence, didn't get back anything, and I just fell off the curb. But the best part is that I came within millimeters of turning off the power in the entire building. Number 5, WrestleMania 24's pyro accident. WrestleMania always has awe-inspiring pyro, yet in 2008 at WrestleMania 24, the pyro used for the pay-per-view went horrifically wrong. When The Undertaker had defeated Edge to become world champion during the main event, an extravagant pyro display would ensue, yet unfortunately these fireworks malfunctioned as the fireworks landed into a group of fans. It's believed that around 40 fans were injured and some of these fans suffered burns. 3 fans left WrestleMania in an ambulance as a result of their injuries, and the backlash and media attention was so severe that WWE were forced to issue a statement. We're investigating the incident and doing everything we can to find out why it happened and to make sure it never happens
Do y'all
again.
remember this?
While we apologize to anyone who was injured and or alarmed by this occurrence, we take solace in the fact that the reported injuries were minor.
I remember when the sign caught on fire, the WrestleMania sign caught on fire one year. I don't even know if it was at WrestleMania, but I remember the sign, they had it up one time and it caught on fire. And they had to move people to another section or something. But damn, that's crazy. I don't even remember that.
Number 4, Papa Shango's timing blunder, WrestleMania 8. The main event of WrestleMania 8 didn't exactly light the world on fire. The main event was a standard singles match between Hulk Hogan and Sid, and it ended in a DQ victory for Hogan. The match was incredibly lackluster, especially when it comes to WrestleMania main events. The planned finish of the match was supposed to see Papa Shango break up a pin attempt from Hogan, yet Shango missed his cue, meaning that Sid had to kick out of a trademark Hogan leg drop. Charles Wright, who portrayed the spooky persona, discussed what went wrong during an interview with scheduled for 2 falls.
The problem is that they knew that I was green, so they're like, don't go until we tell you to go. And so they were probably, for whatever reason, and I'm not gonna say the person, but for whatever reason, I got the cue late and went, so I didn't know. I'm sitting at the curtain, literally like a track star, get ready to run. And it was a long ways, and I was probably 320 pounds. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna go. So they said, go, 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 go. Bam, I went. So once I got there, I was a little, oh shit, what's going on? Because
kicking out of a leg drop,
But I never heard anything about it. Years, and I mean years later. I'm now not wrestling. I'm doing autograph signings and stuff. And people are, hello, my wife. People are like, hey, what happened here? I'm like, what do you mean what happened? Well, you missed the cue. I'm like, no, I didn't. And what do you mean?
Number 3, a botched ending, WrestleMania 35. The women of WWE took center stage at WrestleMania 35 as Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair main event.
I was here live for this. This was the same year as Kofi Mania. One of the greatest experiences of my wrestling fandom. But this match, I didn't even know it was over. It was so, oh man, you'll see. It was bad.
Into the show. While seeing Lynch become dual champion in WWE was incredible, the botch finish did ultimately overshadow the epic moment. The match finish saw Rousey attempt to hit a Piper's Pit on Lynch, yet this attempt was countered into a crucifix pin, and this managed to pin Rousey to the mat. The problem here was that this wasn't the planned finish, and Rousey's shoulders were clearly up. It's unclear what was supposed to be the finish of the match, as there are conflicting
was
reports.
This one long?
But some reports at the time stated that Lynch was supposed to tap
this
out
was
Flair
the
to
8-hour
disarm
one,
her,
right?
while some reports note that Lynch was supposed to make
this is
Rousey
the 8-hour
submit.
one.
Number 2, Mike Tyson goes off script, WrestleMania 14. One of the most iconic moments of WrestleMania 14 saw boxer Mike Tyson knock out Shawn Michaels. This was a scripted spot, yet the spot which saw Tyson place a Stone Cold t-shirt over HBK's face caused a ton of controversy. The spot in question was in the initial WrestleMania rundown, yet HBK believed the spot was disrespectful, so he insisted it was removed. But Tyson ultimately decided to do the spot anyway, which naturally made HBK, who was notoriously problematic at the time, absolutely livid. The former WWE champion was so angry that he attempted to confront Tyson at the post-show press conference, and he had to be physically stopped by Shane McMahon.
That was God. That wasn't Shane McMahon. You see how you're a man of faith now? I bet when you think about that moment, that was one of those moments that led you down that made you a believer. Because it ain't no way in fucking hell you was about to do anything to Mike Tyson at that time. He about to kill an active wrestler in a few weeks. You thought you was gonna do, he's like 60 years old now, he about to do it. You thought you was gonna do it when he was in prime of his career. Are you crazy? That Shawn Michaels was a psychopath back then. He was obviously doing lots of cocaine, allegedly, and doing lots of other stuff that just kept him in trouble and having heat backstage with wrestlers and the company overall. But you walking up on Mike Tyson like you about to do something because he probably did it. Like, I hope he say something. You was about to die, bro. You was about to die, so that was God. I'm glad God was with you way before you found him, because otherwise you would not be able to be preaching the good word right now. You'd be dead. So, exactly, Gruss. Cocaine, hell of a drug.
And number 1, Stone Cold's blade job at WrestleMania 13. The word masterpiece is thrown around a lot when it comes to pro wrestling.
But you gotta
the
do
match
it.
between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart at WrestleMania
Greatest
13
decision
is an
ever.
outstanding showcase of
This
everything
one
that
here.
is great about pro wrestling. The match featured a double turn, and it was responsible for creating one of the most influential and popular babyfaces
Top
of all
5
time in
match
Stone
ever.
Cold. The most well-known element of the match is Austin's
Don't argue
bloodshed,
with
as
me.
Austin,
It's
began, as
top
Austin
5
being
match
covered in blood
ever.
while screaming in pain is one of the main reasons the match connected with so many fans. Believe it or not, blood wasn't permitted for the match, as WWE had a strict no-blood policy at the time. It was Hart's idea to deviate away from WWE's rulebook, and Hart offered a fascinating account on why he made the call during an appearance on Edge and Christian's podcast. I said, you don't want to...
So I just want to point out something. This incident, this match, created the greatest babyface of all time, who made WWE FE hundreds of millions of dollars. A decision made by Bret Hart. We all remember what happened to him, right? Just goddamn, what a payment. What a way. He's responsible, almost in some ways, for the launching of Stone Cold Steve Austin's career and the greatest babyface of all time. Like, when you sit there and think about it, if he didn't do that blade, that moment wouldn't have been what it was. There wouldn't have been blood running down his face through his teeth, and he wouldn't have been, the moment wouldn't have been the same without the blood. It would have still been cool, but the blood made the moment, the shots, the black and white shots, everything. It was perfect. It was needed, and Bret knew that, obviously, and he changed Stone Cold's career. He changed Vince McMahon's life. He changed WWE's life, and unfortunately, he changed his as well, just not for the better, clearly.
Take any chances at WrestleMania. Trust me. Let me do it. He trusted me. I remember one of the first things I learned in the business was to never let anyone do that to you, and Steve totally trusted me. I said trust me because I'll do it right. There could have been a lot of heat. I could have been in just as much trouble as Steve at that time. They had a no blood policy for a while, and the toy companies and everybody were on Vince's ass. So I was like, just let's pretend it was an accident. What are they going to do? One thing's for sure, it made for an epic moment. But there you have it, folks. WrestleMania moment.
Good video. That was a W video by WrestleMania. They be putting out some good content. I'm glad they got away from, well, they're still doing like news and stuff, but they're doing so much more original content. Gives me more stuff to react to as I build my channel. Hopefully I get to do some more original content like that for you guys in the future once I get into my new studio. But yeah, man, it's been a fun stream. Gonna go get some other work done and try to make something of my Sunday night. I got a 6-pack in the fridge. I'm going to watch some basketball, place a couple bets on Bet ESPN and Bet MGM, and enjoy the rest of my night. It was a good stream. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for hanging out the whole time. Aman, I see you slid up in here. Was cracking, my dude. Gruss, everybody that's been in here the whole time, man. We had a newcomer in here too. I forgot his name. I'm sorry, bro. Oh, Lennon62. I appreciate you stopping through, bro. You know what I mean? Watching the vid, man, hanging out with us this afternoon. But I'll see you guys. Tomorrow's Monday Night Raw. Obviously, we got the signing. Sami Zayn and Gunther are signing their contract for WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. Probably going to be some other stuff on there. So hopefully Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins get to cook The Rock and make fun of him for 25 minutes like he gets to do them every week now. And we get to balance these numbers, balance this whole storyline out a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because right now it's just feeling like The Rock is sunning everybody, including his cousins. So we'll see. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with your boy as always, man. Share the video. You know what I mean? You know other wrestling fans, man. Send it to them, man. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. I appreciate you guys as always. Until the next one, God bless all y'all, man. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.